This is your home for the Chieftains. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Kansas Insurance agents have years of industry experience. Learn more at kansasins.com.
Bringing it up the floor on that left side, driving a kick out, trying to go back-to-back. Buckets for Emerson Maslach. They collided with each other. Thankfully, nobody hurt. Talon from way downtown. He hit that one from Wyandotte. Shawnick back the other way, weaving her way through, surveying up the court. Finds Schooler, takes it in stride and finishes with the left hand. Back-to-back possessions of the Chieftains able to get the stop. Now can they capitalize on them? McGuire for three, hits good on the step back. Knifes into the lane. Oh, look at the English. Rowe, Steinfeld back to Carlton, gets around Marsh, count the bucket.
This is Tonganoxie Chieftain Basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
What a way to ring in the new year tonight. We got an excellent Frontier League matchup doubleheader on tap as your Chieftains host the Cardinals from Eudora, the Battle of 222, presented as always by Kansas Insurance. They believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. Hello, everybody. Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan, still here in the year 2026. Denny, Happy New Year to you, buddy.
Yeah, Happy New Year's to you, partner.
What a great pair of games we got on tap here, especially this one in question. 10 minutes from now. Talk about one of the marquee matchups in girls 4A basketball of the new year. How about this one? The Chieftains and the Cardinals both sit at 4-1. Chieftains do have the advantage in Frontier League play, 2-0 against Frontier League opponents. This is only the second matchup tonight for the Cardinals, so not a big difference there. But both 4-1. They're right next to each other in the top 10 in 4A. Number 7 for the Chieftains, number 8 for the Cardinals. Denny, this is a matchup that has massive postseason and regular season title implications written all over it.
Yeah, no question about it, partner. It's going to be interesting to see who can knock off the rust after the holiday layoff, because this is going to be the first game coming back. But definitely got a good one on tap here.
Well, the Chieftains last time out was Tuesday, December 16th. That's when they were at Spring Hill. They got the win there in Spring Hill, didn't he? 52-42. That was the first ever win against the Spring Hill Lady Broncos basketball team in program history, as we've seen so many first and new highs set for under second-year head coach Austin Eckert. They notched another one last time out. The Cardinals, they do have the advantage of having a little less layover, I guess. They played in a tournament at Rock Creek High School. They played it in the championship game Saturday, December 20th, as late as anybody could possibly play. Yeah. They lost to Silver Lake in that game, 72-44. You don't see that all too often for this Cardinals squad. I mean, just 20 wins to 3 losses a year ago and representative in the state tournament. Losing 4 seniors did the Lady Cards, but still they got a great core of group of players back this year. More on that as we go along. So that's how we arrived to the matchup here tonight. Both teams 4-1. Winner of this will go to sole possession of second place, or even possibly a tie for first, a share for first place, just depending on how the rest of the action shapes up this week. And it's a massive one in the Frontier League, and we got it for you coming up here a little bit on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Welcome back in the S&S Body pregame show. Since 1972, S&S Body Shop has been the place to go to in Tonganoxie for auto body and repair work. Get your ride back in the game today. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. Just a little over 5.5 minutes away from starting lineups and tip-off game one of our doubleheader between the Chieftains and the Cardinals. Let's take a quick look back at that December 16th game, the 10-point victory, 52-42 over the Spring Hill Broncos. Denny was propelled by an explosive third quarter. The Chieftains outscoring the Broncos 21-12. They took that lead at about 22-12, and from there it dipped down to low as about 24-21 at the start of the third quarter, but they led the entirety of the second half, and they pulled away when it was all said and done. I'll tell you what, Addie Schooler, I know you weren't there, but she was playing like you were there. She seems to have her big moments in front of you. She had another one, 20 points. There was about 13 or 14 of those that was in that big third quarter I just mentioned. Wow. But 20 points on 8 of 14 shooting and 4 of 7 from the free throw line in 29 total minutes. She was also able to collect some rebounds along the way, 6 total and 3 blocks. She just took over that game in the third quarter. That was a big part of how the Chieftains were able to pull away, where they were close to giving it away. They were leading by 3, and then all of a sudden it was like a 10-0 run later, and it was almost entirely by Addie Schooler. Alyssa Shonick, 10 points on 4 of 13 shooting from the field in 30 minutes of action. She was able to reel in 7 total rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals, 7 deflections.
Holy cow.
So 30 of the 52 points coming from your 2 big playmakers, and that's what you would expect out of this team this year. And Coach Eckert, I'm sure he couldn't be any more proud of the way his team played, and excited to see how they start 2026 here.
Yeah, no question about it. And as you and I had talked at dinner, about how Addie Schooler is probably the most improved player we've seen quite some time now. Of course, Alyssa Shonick, she's been good since she was a freshman. But, boy, I think the difference between last year and this year with her is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we'll talk about her growth and development as we go along. It's now time for our player spotlight tonight, presented by Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. I think it's pretty appropriate to stick with Addie right now. And when we were leaving the gym, or at least in between games at that Spring Hill game on the 16th, there was a lot of people that were looking around, and I was with the Spring Hill Sports Live crew that was right next to me, and their color commentator came over to me, and he talked about Addie Schooler, and he said, man, one of the big differences he noticed is that last year, if she had to go to her left, she wasn't confident enough to do it. This year, she's doing it without hesitation. She's been really aggressive going to her left.
And I noticed that in warm-ups, too. She's working on that part of her game, so she gets that down. She's going to be a handful.
Something to keep an eye on tonight. As for the Cardinals, we mentioned losing 4 seniors on that state team a year ago. They do return 3 returning players, headlined by Bryn Dieterding. She returns as one of the league's most dynamic guards, a proven leader for this Cardinal team. We mentioned 20-3 a season ago. A 5'7" guard, a 3-year starter now, and she is the straw that stirs the drink for the Eudora offense, averaging 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2.5 steals from a season ago. And she's keeping pretty close to those same kind of numbers. So Dieterding versus Shonick, what a matchup that's going to be
That should
tonight.
be a good one.
It's going to be a good one, and we're going to have it for you coming up here next. Starting lineups and opening tip-off is coming right up.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar Salon and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
All right, we are ready to send it down for starting lineups as we bow out of the S&S Body pregame show. Starting lineups tonight, as always, presented by Crookham Construction, performing a wide variety of concrete construction and special project services throughout the area. They're hardworking people with small-town family values. Find more information at crookhamconstruction.com. As always, expected to be a great crowd on hand here tonight. The drive from Tonganoxie to Eudora, not a long one, as many of you guys know, maybe about 15, 20 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Make your way down on 222nd Street, take it all the way over the bridge, over I-70, keep going straight. You eventually will run into Church Street in downtown Eudora. A little bit of a rivalry matchup in the Frontier League between these two, and it's always a good one, might we add. Going to send it down to our PA announcer this evening, John Tollefson, one of the best in the business. Meet the starting five for both the Cardinals and the Chieftains for game one of our doubleheader.
Educational experience. Remember, be a good sport. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For Eudora, number 5, a 5'9" freshman, Peyton Lewis. Number 10, a 5'7" junior, Brad Deerdale. Number 12, a 5'5" junior, Izzy Brunkow. Number 13, a 5'8" sophomore, Ava Nye. And number 31, a 5'7" sophomore, Jayla Coulter. Head coach for the Cardinals is Brandon Parker. And now, for your Tonganoxie Chieftains. Number 1, a 5'3" senior, Alyssa Schoening. Number 2, a 5'7" senior, Kalia Baldock. Number 12, a 5'8" sophomore, Ashlyn Bruni. Number 22, a 5'2" senior, Jayla Herrera. And number 33, a 6'1" junior, Addie Schooler. Head coach for the Chieftains, Austin Becker. Officials for this evening's game.
There's your Crookham Construction starting five for tonight. You've been watching the S&S Body pregame show on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Once again, Happy New Year, everybody. Excited to get it started here tonight. We had 35 tremendous broadcasts in 2025. What will await us in 2026? We find out starting right now. Same starting five for Coach Eckert. Schoening, Baldock, Bruni, Herrera, and Schooler. Longtime head coach, Coach Parker. For the Cardinals coming in tonight, Lewis, Dieterding, Brunkow, Dye, and Coulter. Same starting five they pretty much had from game one of this season. 2 4-1 teams in the Frontier League. 2 of the top 10 teams in Class 4A in the state. And here we go. What a great one we got for you tonight. Bruni tracking it down near the logo. She'll give it back to Alyssa Schoening, one of the better ball handlers on the team. She goes down low, finding Schooler off the deflection from Dye. The kick back out to Schoening, and it's off the heel. And an early rebound, and quick up the floor we go is Coulter. Nothing the Cardinals like to do, fast and furious, and wasting no time on the dish and the drive, and it's good for Ava Dye, second-year starter, the returning sophomore.
Both teams open up in a man-to-man defense.
Just how they like it. Herrera on the far side, she'll let it fly, and she'll knock it down, and the Chieftains retake the lead. And not too surprising, for Jayla Herrera has really established herself as the best three-point shooter on this Tongi squad in the high 30s, low 40s. She usually fluctuates as far as shooting percentage. Now Coulter will drive on the left side. She gets by two defenders. Schooler there at the end. And Coulter picks up her first points of the night.
Yeah, coach isn't going to be happy with that. No weak side help on that.
And now a takeaway here. And Shonik is just going to take it right back, and a foul. And whistles will halt play for the time being. It'll still be Chieftain basketball.
Seems like Alyssa's everywhere.
Peyton Lewis, the freshman for Coach Parker, picks up her first foul as Eudora is going to open up, at least showing some pressure, and they're not backing away very easily. Well, they kind of are.
Yeah, token pressure, looks like.
Herrera again bobbles it, goes down to the floor. It's a jump ball, and that's going to be possession in favor of the Cardinals. So the second time tonight that we've seen Herrera kind of lose it on a bobble. That time the Cardinals were all over her.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to keep that ball in Shonik's hand. Let her run the point.
You want to see two of the best hustle defenses in the Frontier League. This is the marquee matchup for you tonight, as underneath the bucket, and it goes up good for Brunkow. Already the third Cardinal in scoring figures tonight.
Yeah, just like that, you get the ball to Shonik.
She's going to be matched up with Dye, or excuse me, Brunkow. Ball not guarded by Coulter. She comes back near the top, picks up her dribble, quickly gives it to Shonik, drives in. 3 or 4 navy blue jerseys, and she goes through all of them, finds the space, and Alyssa Shonik able to bank it in.
And the defender afraid to leave Addie Schooler.
And a travel on the other end, right back to Chieftain basketball. Let's see if we can get another quick look at that replay. You mentioned afraid to leave Schooler. That gave Shonik just enough space there to drive in and finish it off the glass.
Nicely done.
Chieftain's looking to retake the lead early here, down 6-5. Shonik looking for back-to-back, and she does. Nice move for Alyssa Shonik with 4.
You don't stop her dribble, you're in trouble.
At the other end is Coulter on the attack, and she is going to go to a line for a pair, as the first foul of the game is going to be handed to Addie Schooler.
I think it may be Eudora's game plan to take it right at Schooler and try and get her in foul trouble. That's twice she's gone right at her.
That was really one of the things when you look at the games, 2 games from a season ago, it was exactly what the Cardinals did. They attacked right at Addie Schooler, got her in some foul trouble, which limited her minutes, and allowed the Cardinals to really work their game in the paints. Chieftains missed Addie Schooler dearly when she was in foul trouble, and that was a big reason why the Cardinals were able to sweep the Chieftains last year.
I think they've remembered that Addie's got to be smart enough to try and stay out of foul trouble.
How about that? Herrera for downtown. Back and forth we continue to go. We said this has to feel like a heavyweight fight. Both teams trading blows. Already 5 lead changes we have in this first quarter, Denny.
Yeah, back and forth. Just what you'd expect here.
Shonik on the drive.
And what a nice scoop. She just missed it.
Now pokes it away. Took it right away from Ava Dye. Now she attacks again, and she draws the foul.
She was 1 on 3.
I don't know if we got on the steal on the replay. Oh, we just did. Pick in the pocket of Dye, who was working her way up the floor. And the aggressiveness of Shonik taking it right at Brunkow, who picks up her first foul. And now Alyssa will go to the free throw line for a pair. One part of her game that maybe she would really like to work on, under 70% from the free throw line. So far through 5 games, 69.4. Now missing it by much, but even for Shonik and her standards.
Yeah, you want your backcourt shooting better than that. And because she's going to get to the line a lot with the way she drives the ball.
Both teams making multiple substitutions in between this free throw break here for Shonik. Trying to stretch the Chieftain lead to 3. Knock it down on the back end. It's in the air, and it rattles out. 0 for 2 trip for Alyssa. And the struggles from the free throw line continue. Has an easy lane on the left side, and count the bucket with minimal resistance.
Yep.
Count the bucket, and it is good, fresh into the game. As that's Lewis.
Fouls on Hendrickson, her first. Lewis at the line.
Foul on Chloe Hendrickson. I mean, she was not met until she was pretty much putting up the layup when she was on the low block.
Yeah, they're not stopping the ball. The Chieftains aren't.
So Lewis will just have to settle for 2. Cannot finish the and 1 opportunity. The foul was given to Chloe Hendrickson for the Chieftains, and we are tied at 10. So many lead changes, 5 total. This is our first tie. Herrera and company trying to break it, but she throws it away, trying to find Weehee, but it's right into the hands of Lewis.
I think she should have taken that all the way to the hoop.
Both teams now with 2 turnovers. Drive and a kick out. Long 2, won't go, and it's going to be a foul on Eudora as Weehee had the box out on Brooks down low. Number 14, Lori Brooks, the 5'10 junior, picks up her first foul.
Yeah, over the back on Weehee.
That's why it is so important. You hear coaches say it all the time, get a body on somebody. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
Another ball loose. Herrera has to dive on it. Quickly gets it to Hendrickson. Nice job to avoid the travel there. 15 on the shot clock. Time to work with for Shonik, who's now guarded by Brent Dieterding. Takes the screen, goes to the right, trying to pass it out, but she traveled with it. Trying to stop her momentum, and the 2 bodies of the Cardinals just pushing it towards her.
Yeah, just a little bit out of control there for Alyssa. You don't see that very often.
Talk about caught between a rock and a hard place. The baseline and not 1 but 2 navy blue jerseys. 3rd turnover of the game for the Chieftains.
Yeah, that baseline becomes a 3rd defender.
Pass underneath, gonna peel it back out. It's Owens. Coulter, jab step, drives in on Johnson, gets by her, and finishes with the left hand, and Coulter has 6.
Yeah, so far the Chieftains don't have an answer for her drive.
And the Cardinals have the lead once again.
Somebody's going to have to come over on the weak side and step in there and take a charge.
Down low to Weehee, dishes it back out to Shonik. Threads the needle, it's loose. Possession arrow will keep it down here as you had both Weehee and Brooks for the respective teams fighting for that loose ball. And that'll see Baldock and Schooler come back in for the Chieftains. And you also have Brunkow and Dye checking back in for the Cardinals. So almost simultaneous substitute changes there for the respective head coaches, putting in a pair of starters. Shonik will inbound, lobs it in. Schooler using that 6'3 frame to get it. Little out of control, it's high off the glass.
She forced that shot a little bit.
Up the floor, Cardinals trying to push it, but it's nobody home. And it's an empty possession for Eudora, their 3rd turnover of the game. Trying to take advantage of the slight numbers game they have. I mean, Coulter might have had a half step on the defender, but she didn't completely get over the top of the defense. Outlet pass way too long. 2-minute warning here in the first quarter. Schooler trying to go to work down low. 2 dribbles and a finish.
There you go.
Schooler for 2.
Got to get Schooler on track here. Chiefs, I think it's the first time they've got the ball into the paint.
That was. Now Dye, little fadeaway, won't go. Tipped around, and it's going to go off the shin of Coulter, off the knee. And it goes out of bounds as we take another quick look at that Addie Schooler bucket on the other end. Again, we talked about the no hesitation. Look, bounce, dribble, go. I think last year you might have seen her hold on to it for another second or two. Think about it. No hesitation. As soon as she got it from Baldock, attacking to that right. And that's big too, because you need the Chieftains to open up that down low game.
Yes.
Get going in the paint.
Got to get going in the paint.
Shonik just gets it to go. Off the slight deflection, but not enough to keep it from going in. Shonik with 6. So before that last bucket for Schooler, that's all the points in the paint the Chieftains had were the 6-point drive-in buckets for Shonik. And now a 3-ball that's no good. The box out from Baldock. And under a minute to go. Schooler for 3. Bank is not open. It's offline. Don't see her take threes all too often. Now Coulter up. Dye. The handoff. Dye back again on the far corner. She airmails a 3. Hendrickson at the baseline. And it touches the baseline, so he'll stay here with the Cardinals. Usually when you see back-to-back possessions of teams of this caliber, you don't see them have really bad air balls like that from three-point. Little helter-skelter. Cardinals will inbound. Chieftains with the 2-point lead, 14-12, 33.1.
Still knocking that rust off for the holidays.
Maybe so. As always, teams usually always hold at least a couple practices throughout the holiday break, but
it's nothing like game.
No, for sure. Well, it's a tough time because New Year's Day was just yesterday.
I know it.
School's not even in session until Monday.
Yeah. We got a treat going on here.
The officials continue to talk something out over here, and be Dieterding on the inbounds for Eudora. Quickly, catch and shoot is short, gets her own rebound, fighting for it. Knocked out of bounds. He'll still stay down here. That was just finding it to Peyton Lewis and catching the Chieftain defense underneath, napping. As Lewis had it, went right up with it, was a little short, got her own rebound. And perhaps another chance here with the shot clock off, but another catch and shoot opportunity, and it finds its way into the hands of Baldock. And she will clear it out for the Chieftains. Tight defense, and it's going to pick up a late foul here against Carly Owens. Fourth team foul, first on Owens. And 20 seconds exactly for the Chieftains to try to build on this 2-point lead to go into the second quarter. Warren will match up with Shonik as she comes across the logo. Under 10 now. Shonik takes the screen and goes left. Hesitation, gives it out. Weehee, mid-range, won't go. Tipped out of bounds, and it will be Eudora basketball with 0.8 of a second left, so you still got enough time for a quick catch and shoot. Who will be the one to take the shot? You got Warren and Dye both close. They'll just lob it into Warren, and that will do it. 3 more just like that, please. 14-12, Chieftains with the lead as we head to the second.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Ready for the start of the second quarter. Chieftain basketball tonight presented in part by Wizard of Paws, Tonganoxie's family-owned pet grooming salon with a combined 48 years of experience. Schedule your pet's appointment today at wizardofpawstongi.com. 14-12 in favor of the Chieftains. Dylan Funk and Dennis Drennan here. Happy New Year, everybody. Cardinals will have the basketball to start this second quarter. And Denny, I think that first quarter, I lived up pretty well to expectations of this matchup. That saw 7 different lead changes and a pair of ties just in that first quarter alone.
Chieftains doing a better job on the defensive board there. School it back.
Herrera finding the angles. Now ball deflected, and it's going to be taken away by Eudora. Another takeaway. Coming up the floor, now kicking it out. Passing it around Dye. Gonna attack, and Dye gonna kiss it off the glass.
You got to get in front of her and stop the dribble. She's just been killing them on the drives. She's got like 8 points for her, isn't it?
Yeah, 4 for Dye, 6 for Coulter.
Okay, yeah, Dye and Coulter both are just killing them on the drives.
Schooler saves that one from going out of bounds. Going to go attack on Dye, knocks it loose. Shonik on that far side. She'll take the 3. Can't go. Gets her own board, though. Almost had it, but it's still in the hands of Coulter, bringing it fast and furious up the floor. Trailing behind and another kick out. Dye, spin move. Contact on Schooler, no foul. And a rebound taken by Johnson.
Schooler went straight up that time like they're...
Momentary numbers here. Schooler left open. Baldock is open. And Addie tried to do it herself, but she travels.
Yep, she did a little hop step there.
She just had that momentary 5-on-4, and Addie just kind of got caught in between of what to do there. Turnover number 5 in the ball game for Tongi. Coulter on that left side, can't go. That's Chieftain basketball.
That's why you need Schooler in there to protect the basket.
You had Johnson and Brunkow both fighting for that loose ball. They say last off of Brunkow. She didn't agree with the call on her way back down the floor. Another feed down low to Schooler, trying to go to work, just off on the angle, trying to get around Dye.
Yeah, I think she was a little too far behind the basket.
Good deflection there by Herrera to interrupt that skip pass as she was trying to find Coulter, who could have been on her way to collecting her 7th and 8th points of the ball game. Coulter leading the scoring at 6 for Eudora. Dye with 4, and Brunkow and Lewis each with 2. For the Chieftains, you got Shonik with 6, Herrera with 6, and Addie Schooler with 2. Open look on the left wing, too strong. And Herrera can't track down the board, had it, lost it. Dieterding takes it away.
That should
now
be a charge.
Coulter underneath.
Oh, they're going to call it a block.
It's a foul against Shonik.
Man, I thought that was a charge. That's a judgment call. But.
Take another look here on the instant replay on the scramble drill and a long rebound tracked by Eudora.
I thought Shonik was there.
Yeah, it was pretty close. First foul of the game for Shonik. Underneath, Dye. Help comes over, just deflects it enough. Did Schooler. And Adlin Johnson with another rebound. Baldock, catch and shoot 3, too long. And Dieterding will take it before it goes out of bounds. In the lane, Dieterding, that won't go either. And yet another rebound for Adlin Johnson. As both teams shooting have gone ice cold here in the second quarter. Chieftains have yet to score a bucket here in the second. Now under 5 to go till half. Herrera trying to change that. Just won't. Halfway down, spat back out and off the glass. Now Dieterding, pass to Coulter, her 3 ball. Won't go either. Shonik with the board. Has the feeling right now, whoever gets the next bucket, maybe that could open up a potential 6-8-0 run. Just kind of let him go on a spurt.
Yeah, could be.
Deflected out of bounds right in front of that Eudora bench. Mentioned longtime head coach Brandon Parker has the advantage of also having Kyle Dieterding. He was a one-time the boys head basketball coach. And they went to their state run back in 2023. I mean, both of them on the girls team. Very valuable coaching experience there as Jayla Herrera knocks down her third three of the ball game. That one from straight away. And that snaps the cold streak for the Chieftains in the second quarter.
Oh, it's nothing but net.
Trying to answer, won't go. Offensive board, however, and now a foul will come in. No, it's a jump ball, and that'll be in favor of Tongi. And Coach Eckert looks like he's going to want to take a quick 30-second timeout here. At least that's what he signaled for, and he will get it. Timeout on the floor here. We will go ahead and keep it here for the time being. As always, Chieftain Athletics presented in part tonight by the Tonganoxie Public Library. White paper downloadable audio books when you can stream them for free with a Tonganoxie Library card. Download the Libby app or visit the library's website to learn more. So 17-14, it's still the Chieftains with the lead. You mentioned it took almost till about halfway through the second quarter for Tongi to get their first bucket. That was that last three ball for Jayla Herrera, leading all scorers in this game with 9 points. Yes, all buckets from downtown. And that last one from her, you take another look at it here on the replay. I mean, splashdown.
Yeah.
I don't think it grazed the rim a single bit. Maybe a little bit, but still. What a big three that was for Jayla Herrera. You know, and I always go back to that Lewisburg game. You and I, we saw her put up a couple of threes. Kind of surprising a little bit. Coach Eckert was like, I need to send you some of our summer league stats so you guys aren't so surprised. She has been working on her craft from beyond the arc for quite some time, and it is really showing this season.
Off.
I think she was right around that like 41% mark from downtown coming into tonight. That percentage is definitely going to go up a couple of points if she keeps up what she's got going on. That one goes out of bounds. That'll be another turnover for the Chieftains. That's number 6. To just 3 for Eudora. Be interested to take a look at the turnover and the points off turnover margin in our halftime stats. Another feed underneath, nobody around Lewis. Now pressure closing in. She kicks it out to the left elbow. No good. Tipped out. And Shonick wisely will let it go out of bounds as that'll be Chieftain basketball. And last shot put up by Owens as pressure was starting to close in on Lewis underneath. So out of the break for the Chieftains, you still got Shonick as she passes now to Bruni. Also out there with Johnson, Herrera, and Schooler. Herrera trying to find Schooler. She does. Pivoting around, Addy will pass out. 15 on the shot clock. Aggressive defense here by Eudora. Shonick trying to direct some traffic, drives, and it's going to be an illegal screen. They get the foul on Johnson. You see her setting that screen and sticking that hip out just enough. That's going to be easy for the officials to call.
Especially when it's right in front of them.
First foul for Johnson. Third total team foul in the game. Second team foul this quarter for the Chieftains. They've been playing pretty clean on that front.
You're going to get Herrera for the hip check.
Does that count as an announcer's jinx?
I think it does.
Up there slightly. All right. I'll take the fall on that one. Also the first of the game on Herrera, who now will be checked out for Chloe Hendrickson.
Herrera did not like that call.
Both teams with just one made field goal this second quarter. Talk about a defensive battle. I'm on fire with these tonight. Another 2-ball for Lewis brings the Cardinals back within 1. Trying to find Johnson, and it's deflected, but Bruni able to collect. It's knocked out of her hands, and it'll still be Chieftain basketball as Coach Parker and the rest of the Eudora crowd give their defense a standing ovation. Like I said, these are two of the most kind of aggressive, hustle-oriented defenses that there are in Class 4A. Johnson trying to go up through some contact, just can't get the angle, and a rebound by Dieterding, and she brings it up the floor. Now we'll drive in on Hendrickson. Had her eyes off her for a moment. Now a kick out, 3 for Lewis. It rattles in.
Lewis for 3.
And Eudora reclaims the lead. The first from downtown tonight for Lewis. She has 7. And Schooler is fouled as she was trying to drive.
Fouls on Owens, her second.
Second of the game on Owens. As now Baldock and Herrera will both come off the bench. Hendrickson and Johnson will check out. Schoeneck on the inbounds here. 95 seconds to go before halftime. Finds Baldock, quickly passes to Bruni, hand in her face. 3 on the way, and it's good. What hand in the face, says Ashlyn Bruni.
A nice little catch and shoot right there. No hesitation. You got to love it.
Now the Chieftains back in a 1-point lead. Whistles,
jump ball.
ball.
Yeah, but it's going to stay here with
It stays here, you're right, but no fouls are going to be handed out, at least for the time being. Dieterding trying to find somebody, running out of time, and she'll lob it in to the outlet. Izzy Brunkow. Dieterding trying to spin off of Bruni. Now circles her way around. She stepped on the baseline. She did. And there's turnover number 4 for the Cards. And for Bryn Dieterding, if she was about a shoe size smaller, might have been able to walk that tightrope.
13-9.
Ava Dye back in. She checks in for number 14, Lori Brooks. Cardinals showing pressure here again. This time Brunkow is going to be right on Schoeneck. I think you've seen 2 or 3 different Cardinal defenders on Schoeneck tonight. Brunkow's been getting the lion's share. Schooler on the drive and a kick out. Baldock 3 on the way, too strong. And another 3-ball offline for the Chieftains. Long 2, no good either. Neither of those last 2 shots getting any rim. Bruni lost it, and it's out of bounds, and that'll be Cardinal basketball. I wasn't sure if Dye got a piece of it or not. Official right there on top of it says she did not. As Coulter will now check back into the game. And with about a 1.5 difference between game clock and shot clock, Eudora can almost effectively take up what's left here of the second quarter.
That's what they're planning to do.
Dye one-on-one on Schoeneck, trying to back her down, passes out to Coulter, gets by Herrera, and short on the pop-up jumper. And now the Chieftains with the last shot.
The presence of Addie Schooler made a big difference there. Came up short on that.
Under 10 again. Driving a kick. Bruni for a second 3. Won't go. Tipped around by Schooler. And Dieterding, good if it goes. Whistles blow in. And I think she's fouled.
She'll shoot 3.
She was fouled from behind by Jayla Herrera. And 3 free throws to close out this first half for Bryn Dieterding. And that is the second of the game on Herrera.
Fouls on Herrera, her second.
Didn't get over to the replay in time, but that was the case of Herrera trying to hustle down the floor, and Dieterding just took that shot right in front of her and just incidental contact running in through her on the backside. And that's going to be a foul every single time. And now a made free throw away for Dieterding, giving the Cardinals the lead going into halftime. Made the first and makes the second.
got a nice stroke.
Made all three. For the first 3 points of the game for Bryn Dieterding, and they are big as the Cardinals go from down 1 to up 2 at the halftime buzzer, 22-20. Matchup of two of the top teams in the Frontier League, living up to expectations to this point. We'll break down the first half and more coming up in the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show when we return.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West Campus, or go to tongirec.org.
Family-owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a fifth-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar, Salon, and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
You're watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. White Birch Properties is ready to help you buy or sell that next house and lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007. And a halftime score, Cardinals 22, Chieftains 20, a battle of top 10 teams in Kansas 4A. High school girls basketball, Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Some halftime stats for you guys. We'll go over some point totals real quick, and Denny, I'll open it up to you if any other stats that catch your eye. We'll start first for the Chieftains. Alyssa Shonick with 6 points on 3 of 6 shooting. 3 for Ashlyn Bruni on her one-made three-point bucket. Leading scorer in the entire game, Jayla Herrera, 9 points, 3 of 4 from the field, and all of those from three-point range, shooting 75%. See if she can keep that clip up going in the second half. And then 2 points for Addie Schooler, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from 2, and 0 of 1 from three-point range. Chieftains 0 for 2 from the free throw line. They only had one trip. That was the trip for Alyssa Shonick, where she missed both of them. For the Cardinals, you got Peyton Lewis, the freshman, putting in some good numbers with 7 points on 3 of 5 shooting, 2 of 4 from 2, 1 of 1 from 3-point range. 3 points for Bryn Dieterding. You saw those just before we went to our final break. She was fouled on the final shot. Would have been just a little under a half-court heave. She was fouled by Herrera and was able to make her last 3 free throws to close out that first half. 2 points for Izzy Brunkow, 4 points for Ava Dye, and 6 points for Jayla Coulter, who really was one of the key takeaways for the Cardinals in that first half. Eudora shooting 30.8% from the field, 12.5% from downtown, and 83% from the free throw line. As for Tongi, 40% from the field, 40% from downtown, and 0 for at the free throw line. Like I mentioned, 0 for 2. Small sample size, but something to keep an eye on. Yeah, close ball game, Denny. I would imagine the stats, they probably got to show that, right?
Yeah, the stats are really close. A couple of things that I noticed here, of course, with those last 3 free throws by Eudora to end the half, Eudora had 5 points off free throws, and as you said, Tongi has 0. The thing that I noticed, too, even though the rebounds are even, Eudora is leading in offensive rebounds, which gives extra possessions. So, I think if you're a coach for Tongi, you're going to want to emphasize blocking out and stopping some of those offensive rebounds. But other than that, these totals are pretty even, as you might expect.
Yeah, I know. And the other thing for the Chieftains, that was kind of starting to pile up a little bit. We talked about those turnovers. 8 for the Chieftains, 3 to Jayla Herrera alone, and 5 for the Cardinals. I mentioned the points off turnovers. It's not too terrible. 6-4 in favor of Eudora. So, I mean, you still got the Chieftains. You're leading in the margins of the turnovers that you don't want to be. You've given up 3 more, and that's led to 2 more points, at least as far as points off turnovers in favor of Eudora. But, outside of that, it's been pretty dead even. I will say, though, for the Chieftains, that 3 ball, that's a big reason why it's keeping them in this ball game. 12 points from 3-point range with just 1 for Eudora. That's going to be something that we know 3-point shooting, you can have a great half, and then to kind of keep up that pace. I mentioned the 75% shooting from downtown for Jayla Herrera. Is that something she's going to be able to keep up in the second half? History and odds would say no.
Yes.
It's going to dip, but I think at the Chieftains, their game is in the paint, and it's Addie Schooler, and that's really, you're looking at her point totals right now, just 2 points. I mentioned on the 1 of 5 shooting from inside. She's still, she's got 4 rebounds. She's getting the rebound. She's doing all those different things, but they're having a hard time getting her going inside. And credit the defense. You've had Brunkow down there. You've had Dye. You've had Coulter at many different times going against Schooler, and they've been doing a good job forcing her into some really uncomfortable shots. But for the Chieftains, I think priority number 1, or at least one of the top priorities in the second half, you got to find a way to get 33 going, open up that lane a little bit, because if you're going to keep relying on your 3-point shooting, history is going to tell you might come up on the short end of this one.
Yeah, because when the ball's going inside the Schooler, they're collapsing on her. So, you gotta make sure and spread the floor a little bit, and then try and get the ball inside, and she can work one-on-one.
We'll see how the Chieftains respond. 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. You've been watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new Chicken Bacon Ranch Pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings Mobster Pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Start the second half tonight presented by Grounded Coffee House. Start your day with a cup of coffee from Grounded Coffee House. Serving great coffee with an even greater cost. Follow them on Facebook and check out their website, groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org today. In a first half, we mentioned it was going to be highly competitive. That's exactly what we got between these two teams. 10 lead changes, 5 ties. Just in that first half alone. Both teams were continuing to go back and forth. Chieftains will open up with possession of the basketball. And here we go. It's going to be a long, very important 16 minutes to decide the winner of this one. Herrera leading scorer in the game with 9. Almost a no-look pass to Schooler. Had it deflected, knocked out of her hands. Turnover number 9. And credit to Brenton Dieterding. Got a paw in there and knocked that one out of the hands of Addie. And now just missing it on the way in. It went off her knee. And the Chieftains perhaps very fortunate to not be going down 4, as Ava Dye almost would have probably finished that, no doubt. But it deflected off her knee and went out of bounds. So both teams' first possessions of the second half open them up with the turnover. Mentioned both teams trying to knock off the rust from the holiday break. Alyssa Schoenig says, let me get a head start on that. Her first from downtown tonight. She's got 9, and the Chieftains back with a 1-point lead. A bucket down at the other end. And I mean, just when the Chieftains get a bucket, Eudora answers, and vice versa. Neither team really letting the other go on any type of run, as it looks like we're going to be trading off lead changes here for a good portion of the third quarter, perhaps. 4 points down the game for Izzy Brunkow. Bruni, nice head fake, got her around, and a nice finish for Bruni. As the head fake was able to get her around the freshman Peyton Lewis. Here is Lewis at the other end, who buries the long range 2.
Lewis for 3.
Well, I saw the official said had like 2.
Oh.
I think PA might have called it a 3, but I saw the official say put 2 fingers up, so I'm gonna stick with that. As the Cardinals coming back in transition, ball just behind Coulter, and the Chieftains with another takeaway. Baldock 3, it's good!
Baldock for 3.
Now all starters with at least 1 bucket for the Chieftains.
That 3 ball is such a weapon.
Uh-huh.
Too tall for Schooler.
Now 10 turnovers this game for the Chieftains, and a late whistle comes in, and that's going to be the 3rd of the game on Herrera. Woo.
Fouls on Herrera.
I've received postage in the mail faster than that whistle came in there. Nonetheless, 2 free throws on the way, and the first one good.
55
Jayla Coulter. Cardinals went 6 of 7, 85% from the line that first half. As Herrera, no choice, she'll have to come out with her 3 fouls. Really the only player on either team in any kind of foul trouble. 1 for 2 trip at the line. Long board is going to say off of Baldock, and it's going to stay down here. Okay, it's going to stay with Eudora. Another chance. Coulter taken by Johnson, passes to her right. Dieterding in the corner, and it's good. And the Cardinals have come out red hot in the second half. Take a 2-point lead. Johnson trying to answer, will not.
Lewis for 3.
Just keep pouring it on. Peyton Lewis, the freshman having a great night tonight. 14 points. And her second from downtown.
Chieftains down by 5. Schooler needs to be more aggressive and take it right at them, like she did there. Pick up those fouls and try and finish it for round.
I have to try to figure out a way to do something. Yep. Chieftains facing one of their largest deficits of the night. Can't cut into it there. Miss from close range by Shonik. 9 points for her. Gonna need some more as Coulter will drive in and another finish, and Eudora is starting to go on a run. Really the first for either team tonight.
Well, they haven't stopped Coulter all night on that drive.
It was a quick 8-0 spurt.
That's what's killing them. That penetration. And see they're doubling Schooler.
9 points for Coulter, deflected. Trying to go to Baldock. Nobody home, and here comes Dye back the other way. Drive and a kick out. Big 3 on the way from Lewis. Too strong. Knocked out of bounds, and that will be Chieftain basketball, I think, without a doubt. She makes that 3 there. I think Eckbert's taking the timeout. As his team right now on the ropes. Largest lead for either team at 7. In the middle of this Eudora 8-0 run. As both teams will continue to make substitutions. Eudora continuing to show and apply some full court pressure. Schooler will bring it across the timeline. Nobody really meeting her yet. Down low, double team. Dieterding comes over and deflects it.
That was 1-on-3, and that pass was forced.
Chieftains getting sloppy with turnovers in this third quarter, really starting to hurt. Now they can try to put an end to this 8-0 Cardinal run.
Yeah.
Rooney. Down low, Johnson deflected again and again.
They're trying to force the ball inside when there's 2 and 3 defenders.
Now Bruni gets a hand on this one, still able to retrieve it as Lewis. Dieterding on the far side to Warren. She's been held scoreless so far tonight. Another deflected pass, finds its way to Coulter, leaves it short but a foul. And Jayla Coulter is going to be going back to the free throw line for the second time this quarter. And the second foul of the game tagged to Alyssa Shonik. And Coach Eckert now is going to want to take his second timeout of the game. He'll be left with 3. Eudora still with all 5 timeouts.
Timeout Tonganoxie.
Step aside here for a moment. Cardinals in the middle of an 8-0 run and a 7-point lead.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
2 free throws at the line here for Jayla Coulter. Misses on the front end. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here with you. Thank you all for taking time out of your holiday, New Year's break. Catching up with some Chieftain basketball with us tonight.
All right, the Chieftains need to make a run here.
10 even points tonight for Jayla Coulter. Largest lead for either team in favor of the Cardinals, now at 8. And Chieftains have been trying to get it down low, but it has been registered a no-fly zone. Anytime the Chieftains try to go that way, it's deflected, and turnovers have been happening, taking the Chieftain total up now to 15 in the game. And right now, this offense for Tonga is ice cold. They'll travel here on Dye. And that's the thing for Coach Ecker, it's probably going to frustrate him the most, is because a lot of these opportunities where they've been trying to get it down low and they've been knocked out of bounds, it's been pretty clear, like it's 2-on-1 underneath. You don't really try to force a ball into that situation, but there were a few times that's exactly what happened.
And the Chieftains aren't moving the ball around very well. That's what opens that middle up when you have good ball movement.
Hendrickson going to try a 3, won't go. Shonick can't get the board. It goes out of bounds and will be Cardinal basketball as Coach Eckert shakes his head again.
Not sure that's the shot he had in mind there.
Well, so far this has been the game that Eudora was wanting to play all along tonight. You shut down the inside, you limit Schooler, you limit Shonick on the drive-ins and others, force Herrera, force these other three-point shooters to keep that Chieftain offense into it. They were up to the task in that first half, and now we're seeing here in the second half starting to fall off a little bit as the Cardinals starting to figure some things out of their own, starting to pull away perhaps.
Yeah, Coulter driving again and drawing a foul.
Second of the game on Schooler.
They just don't have an answer. I mean, somebody needs to step in and take a charge.
So Ava Dye, the 5'8 sophomore, one of the...
Between her, Dye and Coulter, they're just killing them.
Averaged around 11 points last year as a freshman, in some second-team All-Frontier League honors. Goes 0 for on that trip from the line, however. Something working in favor of the Chieftains. Johnson will start the 3, and that will not go either. Rebound by Brunkow, who gives to Dieterding. Chieftains continuing to try to put that 3 ball up, just not seeing anything fall, and Dye is going to get it to go on a little fadeaway. And the first double-digit lead tonight.
Lady Chieftains getting outplayed tonight. They just look like they're out of sync.
It's now an 11-0 run for Eudora.
No ball movement.
Trying to go. They find Schooler, and she draws contact right as the shot clock was about to expire. Able to go through multiple Cardinal defenders underneath.
Yeah, you got to knock these down.
That's on Brooks for second. Schooler at the line, shooting 2.
You want to make a comeback, you got to do it from the line. And you get the opportunity.
Only the second trip tonight for the Chieftains, believe it or not.
And they're 0 for.
They're looking for their first miss, or for their first make, I should say. 0 for 3, like you mentioned.
Into the game for Eudora. Herrera in the game for the Chieftains.
Schooler on the season, shooting 52.2% from the free throw line. Second one on the way is good.
Chieftains need to stop.
Pull up on the 2, won't go. Another offensive rebound. Fight for it underneath. Able to find and put it up for Ava Dye. I don't know how she got the pass from Brooks. She threaded the needle at just the right time. And Ava Dye now with 8 points on the night. Imagine her first half-point total in this third quarter. Now Shonick with some space, draws contact, no foul, and a miss.
Looking for a foul there and didn't get it.
And it'll be the first timeout of the game for Eudora. 30-second timeout And we will go ahead and take it with him. You're watching Lady Chieftain basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live. When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and insurance companies to ensure a smooth transition. They offer cutting-edge technological therapy treatments like focused shock waves and deep tissue laser therapy for more precise care to acute and chronic injuries. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Visit ptsolutionsks.com for more information. Chieftain basketball tonight presented in part by Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Whether you want to take classes in high school or after graduation, KCC is in your backyard. Check out how college can help you today at kckcc.edu. Cardinals have been in control the entirety of this third quarter. They have stretched their lead now up to the largest of the game at 11. And will now hold on for the final shots in the hands of Dieter Ding, who quickly gives back to Jayla Coulter. Coulter, head of steam on the left side, and Schooler falls down. Dye got the rebound on the miss, and a foul will come in.
Another offensive rebound by Eudora.
Second of the game on Hendrickson on the push.
Dye at the line, shooting 2.
And again, Ava Dye is going to go right back to the free throw line. Yeah, I mean, and you mentioned it, offensive rebounds. What was that? Remember in the first half we gave as far as offensive rebounds, it was definitely in favor of Eudora. Didn't you give a number for offensive rebounds? Yeah, 4-1 was just that first half alone. I mean,
yeah, it's way more than that.
The margin's definitely going to grow, yeah. Dye will go 2 for 2. Cap off a 6-point third quarter for Ava Dye. Shonick on a step back 3, no good. And the Cardinals have taken this game over. 3 down, 1 to go here. Game 1 of our doubleheader tonight on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Chieftains are going to need a fourth quarter comeback. Let's see if they can get it done when we return.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com. Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehousetonganoxie.org.
Home stretch here in Game 1 of our doubleheader. Game 2 will tip off and approximately around the 7:45 or so. About 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one right here. Sees the Cardinals with the lead, 42-29. Here's a 3 on the way in the near corner. Ball batted around, yet another offensive rebound for Eudora. It's a big reason they've been able to expand this margin. Getting in that third quarter, the offensive rebounds, they just hurt the Chieftains tonight.
Yeah, the Chieftains are not blocking out.
Now Shonick just takes this one away right from Peyton Lewis. 10th turnover of the game for Eudora. Chieftains of 15-plus turnovers tonight. This offense in need of a spark desperately. It'll stay at this end. Chieftains outscored 20-9. in that third quarter, partner.
That's a recipe for a loss. Well, they need to make a big comeback here. We know they can do it.
No such point as a 13-point bucket, but just getting one. Seeing that first one to fall and go down, that could be enough. Get that confidence up, get that momentum going back in your favor.
They definitely need that.
As we enter the fourth quarter here, really nobody in any kind of foul trouble. I mean, you got Herrera with 3 for the Chieftains. Here she is at the free throw line. They just gave Jayla Coulter her first foul of the game. Everybody else has 2 or less, so looking pretty good on that front. Herrera, 50% shooter at the line, made the first and makes the second. 11 points tonight for Jayla. Another 3 on the way, and another one that is good. Izzy Brunkow. Been pretty quiet tonight. 2 in the first half, 2 in the third quarter, and now she's got a 3 here in the fourth. Just when the Chieftains maybe can start to close that margin a little bit, the Cardinals just go right down the other end, hit a big 3, or just a big something like that to kind of take the wind out of the sails of the Chieftains.
Yeah, they've been able to keep them at arm's length ever since that third quarter.
And really, in all fairness, that's what good teams do. That's what state championship caliber teams do, and that's what the Cardinals have been for year in and year out under head coach Brandon Parker. Now back-to-back fouls going to be picked up here quickly by Peyton Lewis, and she just picked up her third.
Fouls on Lewis, her third.
And no sign from the Eudora bench as they're going to bring her out. O'Shaughnessy will inbound it again here. 35 seconds to work with on this possession for Tongi. Down low, Schooler gets open, puts it in, able to shake loose of Ava Dye. Another 3 on the way. That one too strong from Brunkel. Herrera trying to save it, but she was stuck on the baseline. And a costly mistake. For Herrera tonight, she's been doing it as far as points, 11 points tonight for the Chieftains, but you're talking about 5 turnovers she's committed too.
Yeah.
That one, you saw it right on her face. That one hurt. Bruni able to pick her up though. Takes that one away, denying the entry pass down low to Dye. Schooler underneath and draws the foul. And a chance to bring it to a 10-point contest, and Peyton Lewis from 1 foul to 4. Just in the span of about a couple of minutes of real time, she's going to have to come out of the game.
And she's picked them up trying to guard Scooter.
And he's short on the first attempt, and Owens will come in for Peyton Lewis. Lewis, I mean, she's been the leading scorer tonight for the Cardinals at 14. A 5'9" freshman picks up 3 quick fouls, brings her out of the game. Can the Chieftains potentially capitalize on that, though? We'll have to wait and see.
Well, they better find an answer for Diane Colton.
Schooler 1 for 2 that trip, now 6 points tonight. Underneath Dye, Schoenig poked it away, and Herrera able to collect. Chieftains trying to close the gap. Big 3 on the way. Won't go. And a whistle underneath. They're going to get a foul against Eudora, and Dye, I believe, getting tangled up with Schooler, and it will be against Ava Dye.
Fouls on Dye, her second.
On the replay, it must have been something before, because on that replay, I didn't see a whole lot. So for Dye, that's her first.
Shooting foul.
And that's 5 already. So the Chieftains are going to be in the bonus for the rest of this 5:15 in the fourth quarter. Could be a big tool to help them erase this double-digit deficit.
Got to make your free throws, though.
1 point this season. The Chieftains at the free throw line have not been their best. That's going to be put to the test here tonight. Daddy on 3 trips goes 3 of 6. And we are back to a 10-point ball game. You kind of feel the pendulum maybe starting to sway back over to the Chieftains side. A big stop and a bucket. They start getting this crowd buzzing again. A foul on the drive-in, as that'll be Bryn Dieterding that will now go to the free throw line. And the foul will be against Bruni for her first.
Bruni her first, Dieterding in the line.
Eudora shot a good percentage from the line tonight.
Made now 4 straight free throws. 2 more points for Bryn Dieterding, as she now has 8. And a timeout called by Eudora. Full timeout. We'll take it with them. 47-35. Chieftains trying to complete this fourth quarter comeback.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website msa.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Both teams 3 timeouts remaining. 4:54 to go in the ball game. A 12-point lead for Eudora. 47-35. It was a 2-point game going into halftime. It was supposed to be a 1-point lead for the Chieftains going into halftime. A foul at the buzzer led to 3 free throws to give the Cardinals a 2-point lead, and they have pretty much led ever since. A couple of lead changes early in the third quarter, but then an 11-0 run later. Eudora has put a stranglehold on this lead and really have not looked back. Bruni with a big 3 on the way. It does not go. And a rebound underneath on Dye. And the foul will be given to Schooler as she was draped over the back of Ava Dye. Third foul of the game for Schooler. Chieftains are in the bonus, and they still have 3 fouls to give before putting the Cardinals in the bonus. Winner of this game will have no worse than sole possession of second place in the early January 2026 Frontier League standings. Continue to climb the rankings at 4A. Another offensive board for Eudora leads to a straightaway 3 for Dieterding. It does not go. 3rd rebound, and Dye will go to the free throw line. And really, for me, Denny, it's been the offensive rebounding for Eudora.
No question.
That's really, I'm not calling it the sole reason, but it's the big reason.
That's the big reason. Yep.
It's the big reason that Eudora has really been able to stretch their deficit and really just kind of put this game away.
Because they're extra possessions.
Cardinals 6 of 10, 60% from the line this second half. Another trip for Dye as she knocks down her first. These 2 teams will meet a little bit later on in about a month's time. That one will be at Eudora High School. 1-for-2 trip. Schooler able to outrun 2 different Cardinals.
Chieftains getting out hustled to the ball.
We don't really say that all too often. Schoeneck 3, need it, can't get it, but an offensive board. Dieterding almost took it away, but she finds Baldock up near the half-court logo. Now back down low to Schooler. Goes up over Ava Dye, might have taken an elbow to the midsection. Little winded, it looks like, but she's still down there fighting. Another chance for the Chieftains, and it leads to an easy 2 for Alyssa Schoenig. And I think Coach Ecker took his team's 4th timeout. $11 points tonight for Alyssa Schoenig, a 30-second timeout. That is when we will be back here once again.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
Eudora basketball. Now Chieftains are going to be bringing the full court pressure. Kind of have to. 3:30 to go in the ball game. And more just token pressure. Everyone retreats back. Chieftains' chances of trying to make this comeback starting to run out of time. Down 11. Approaching 3 to go. Dive. Double team. Passes out of it to Dieterding. Crossover. Gets by Bruni. Off the glass. No good. And Schooler able to recover the board. And Brent Dieterding gets called for the foul. Remember, Chieftains in the bonus, so every foul going to automatically lead to 2 free throws.
Dieterding first. Schooler at the line.
We've already talked about plenty about the free throw struggles on this season for the Chieftains. One, you might call it the Achilles heel of this team thus far. But a good chance to try to overcome those woes tonight. It's been Schooler. This is her 4th straight trip to the line.
Lewis into the game for Eudora.
Another one on the way. She goes 0 for 2. Dive passing out. 3 on the way. Dieterding straight in the air. And Schoenig able to come down with the board. And she is. No. We got the official on the near side of us came in saying foul. The official underneath the bucket, I think, was coming in and say jump ball. I was about to say, we're going to call that a jump ball, man. My goodness. Second of the game on Brunkel. The second trip first since the first half for Schoenig, where she went 0 for 2. Need the 2 points here to bring it under 10. Knocks down the first. Pure swish echoing throughout Chieftain Arena. Fans starting to pile in. We mentioned a great crowd on hand here tonight. Cardinal faithful coming out to support their team. Chieftain fans here as well. At the boys game, they'll be tipping off in about a half hour from now. Stays a 10-point Eudora lead as they will go ahead, maybe just try to pass the ball around. No. Pull up. No good for Dye. Tipped out, and Bruni able to take control. He just can use a quick bucket here. Under 2.5 to go. Schoenig stops at the elbow, keeps driving, splits defenders, and she'll go right back to the line.
Fouls on Dieterding, her second.
Second of the game on Dieterding. Fifteenth free throw this second half for Tongi. And another rattled out miss. The only one to go 2 for 2 was Jayla Herrera a little earlier in the second half. have another full timeout going to be taken on the floor. Chieftains do have it under 10, a little over 2 minutes to go in the ball game. They need some more things to try to break their way. Let's see if they can make it happen. We'll be back with more after this.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Chieftains from the free throw line, the second half, Denny, 8 of 16, 50%. And this is
They're down by 9 and they've missed 8 free throws.
Definitely one of those games, one of those moments where you look back at that and say, man, oh man, what could have been? Game not over yet, still the slightest of windows open where the Chieftains are trying to make this comeback. In the drive and denied. Easy swat away there from Addie Schooler. Saw it coming from a mile away. And for Addie, which has not been her best night tonight, that's got to feel pretty good to get a pretty clean swat like that.
She's been double teamed all night.
Just in front of the elbow. Another offensive rebound, however, off the miss from Brunkow. Now the Cardinals can continue to burn up some more time.
Yep.
Driving a kick, 3 on the way from Lewis. Leading score tonight for Eudora, but she comes up strong. Now the Chieftains got to pick some stuff up here, closing in on the final 90 minutes, or 90 seconds.
Hey, you got to have a sense of urgency here, guys.
They probably wish they had 90 minutes, but now less than 90 seconds. Schoeneck deflected, straight up defense from Brent Dieterding. And an empty possession for the Chieftains. That wall continues to close in, time running short. And the Chieftains, after this next foul, are going to have one more to give before forcing Eudora to go to the line and make their free throws to try to close this one out. Third of the game on Schoeneck.
Fouls on Schoeneck for fourth.
Gets around Bruni. It just circles back up near the top. Final minute. Chieftains trying to foul, and Baldock finally will come up. And she will pick up her first. So now both teams in the bonus. And for Eudora right now, as long as you make your free throws, no other chaotic magic happens, you should be walking out of here 5-1 and have a pretty firm grasp on potentially first place of the Frontier League.
And that's the problem. If you're Tonganoxie, you put Eudora at the line, they've been knocking them down.
Two for two trip at the line there for Lewis. 16 points for her tonight.
She's a freshman too, isn't she?
She's a freshman. Outside of the 3 quick fouls she picked up early in this fourth quarter that really took her out, 4 total fouls that took her up too. I mean, she's been phenomenal tonight. She's been fun to watch. I mean, you still got Dye, that's a sophomore. She's going to be around for some years to come. Still got another year of Brett Dieterding. She's a junior. The only senior is Avery Warren. And Warren is one of the only players that's logged minutes tonight that doesn't have a single bucket. So this is a group for Eudora. You know, it's not like they're going to be graduating a whole class this year, then looking to reset, kind of similar to what the boys team has been going through for the past year or two. But this is a program that's going to be going for quite some time. Kind of solidifying themselves as one of the main front runners of girls 4A basketball on the east side. 9 points now tonight for Addie Schooler. And we will just continue the hack-a-shack down the way.
Fouls on Brady, her second. Peter Dig at the line.
So these two teams, they will meet again. It'll be on February 3rd, so a month and a day from now, at Eudora High School. Be one of the final few games of the 2025-2026 season before we go into postseason play. Of course, Chieftains can be very hopeful they can continue the great play up, earn a win in Sub-State. I think the important thing to remember after this game, too, is there is still a lot of season left to play.
Oh, no question.
You know, this was a game that had a lot. It was a measuring stick type of game. Your sixth game in for both these teams of this season. And
well, the thing that hurts Tongi, though, is they're on their home court. And when you have a competitive league like this, you need to hold serve on your home court.
And all signs pointing towards the Chieftains dropping their first game this season in Frontier League play. Well, they did have a loss to Ottawa. That'll be Eudora basketball. They did have a loss to Ottawa in that Round Ball Classic Championship game back on December 13th. And it was a tournament game, not a Frontier League matchup.
Right.
So against Frontier League opponents, sure, they're 2-2, but for what counts for the actual league title is they'll be 2-1. Wins against Lewisburg, wins against Spring Hill. Both of these teams had wins against Spring Hill coming into tonight, the only common opponent between the two teams. And Eudora is going to pick up the win here tonight. 52-41, your final score.
And that's the end of the ball game. Final score, Eudora 52.
The Cardinals, led by head coach Brandon Parker, will move to 5-1. The Chieftains, led by Austin Eckert, will drop to 4-2. A little over a month before these two teams meet again. They could cross paths in the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament in a few weeks here inside Chieftain Arena, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. Both teams shaking hands in front of the scores table. Cardinals win it by 11. We'll be back with the Brothers Market post-game show. Wrap up our coverage of Game 1, get you set for Game 2, all that and more. Don't go away. We'll be back with more here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Like the Brothers Market post-game show. You can check out their weekly ads and specials in-store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com. Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. Chieftains fall to the Cardinals 52-41. Your final score in Game 1 of our varsity doubleheader here tonight. Quick numbers for you. Point totals first for the Chieftains. Alyssa Shawnick finishing with 13 on 5 of 15 shooting. 3 points for Kalia Baldock on 1 of 3 shooting. 5 for Bruni, 2 of 3. And 11 for Jayla Herrera, 3 of 5 from the field, 3 of 5 from downtown, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 9 for Addie Schooler, 3 of 7 from the field. And the Chieftains would end the game shooting 36.8% from the field, 31.6 from downtown, and 38.9 from the free throw line. 7 of 16, 43.8 in that second half to close out what was definitely probably one of the more forgettable games at the free throw line for this squad this season by far. As for the Cardinals, you had Peyton Lewis, the young freshman, leading all the Cardinals in scoring with 14 points on 5 of 10 shooting, 3 of 5 for 2, 2 of 5 from downtown, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. 10 points for Bryn Dieterding, 7 points for Izzy Brunkow, 11 points for Ava Dye, and 10 points for Jayla Coulter. The Cardinals finished the game shooting 33.3 from the field, 23.5 from downtown, and 72.7 from the free throw line, 16 of 22. Denny, I know we were talking about those offensive rebounds. That was the one I looked at right away.
Yeah.
Eudora 11-3 as far as offensive rebounds against the Chieftains tonight.
Because they out-rebounded Tonganoxie by a total of 8, 36-28. And like you said, 11 of those were offensive rebounds for Eudora and only 5 for Tonganoxie. That's really been that was the big difference. And then points in the paint, if you look at that, Eudora 10 and Tonganoxie only 2.
Yeah. And really,
if you're Tonganoxie, you've got to do better than that.
Yeah, that's the big one really for me is the points in the paint, because you go from a game like in Spring Hill. What did the Chieftains do so well? They were able to get it down low to Addie Schooler. She finished with one of her best performances in her varsity career with 20 in that game against Spring Hill. And no doubt the Cardinals took note of that, and they said, all right, priority number 1, how do we shut down Addie Schooler? How do we shut down the lane in general for the Chieftains? I mean, early we saw Shawnick was able to kind of weave her way through off some screens and get in and finish it with lay-ins. But, I mean, that second half, I mean, every time it seemed like the Chieftains got into the lane, it usually was a turnover somehow, trying to force a pass in, or somebody was quick with the hands and knocking a ball loose. I mean, turnovers, 15 for the Chieftains, 10 for the Cardinals tonight with the points off turnovers. I mean, it's closer than you would think, 11-10 still in favor of Eudora. But definitely the offensive rebounds, those second and third chances that Eudora got, that led to more success for them, more trips to the free throw line. 22 total in the game to just 18 for the Chieftains. The bonus there a little late in the fourth quarter, kind of jacking those numbers up a little bit. But this was definitely a game that the Cardinals, they came out, they owned it in the paint, they owned it on the boards, and usually if you can do those two things in a game pretty consistently, you're going to be a winner 8, 9 out of 10 times, I would say. And that's exactly what happened tonight. So Eudora, they go to 5-1. The Chieftains will go to 4-2. Like I said, in first place right now, you're looking at Ottawa, you're looking at Eudora as being those front runners right now. The Chieftains, again, still plenty of season left to play. And you're looking at the schedule ahead. You got Baldwin coming up on Tuesday here at home. Then you go on the road a week from now at Ottawa. So, I mean, this is a way where if you can turn around and you go 2-0 next week, all of a sudden you're right back into the swing of things. You're feeling really good about yourself. But you got to find a way to learn from this tonight. Look at the mistakes, learn from them, correct them, and move forward. We'll see how they respond on Tuesday. I'm pretty confident Coach Ecker will have the girls ready to go. But, as for tonight, and you said it a couple of times, there is a little bit of holiday break rust.
Yeah.
You're trying to get back into the swing of things. You haven't played a competitive game since December 16th, December 20th if you're Eudora. Both teams definitely had some layoff time. How much was that a factor tonight? I can't tell you, but there probably was some. A little bit of it. I just don't know how much.
I just thought the Lady Chieftains looked a little sluggish tonight.
Little bit. So, again, we'll see how they respond on Tuesday. But they take the loss here tonight, 52-41, their largest loss of the season. They fall to 2-1 in Frontier League play. We'll see it again on Tuesday. That'll wrap up this portion of the Brothers Market post-game show. You can check out their weekly Athens specials in-store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com, where they treat you like family. We'll be back as we'll go into the S&S Body pregame show. Get you set for the boys varsity game between the Chieftains and the Cardinals coming up next.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new chicken bacon ranch pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings mobster pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Welcome back in here on Tonganoxie Sports Live and the S&S Body pregame show. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. Dylan Funk here. Dennis Drennan will rejoin us here in just a moment. Let's get you set for the boys matchup tonight between the Cardinals and the Chieftains. And both teams counter opposites of their girls team counterparts. Both teams tonight 1-4. Coming into tonight, 0-2 in Frontier League play for the Chieftains, 0-1 for the Cardinals. And this is a matchup of two teams tonight that are desperately looking for a win and a way to try to kind of hit the reset button. We always hear the popular expression about New Year's resolutions this time of year. Definitely both of these teams are looking to do some things better in 2026 than they did to close out 2025. As we talk about the Chieftains first, last time we saw them out, they were at Spring Hill taking on a Bronco team, a very tough Bronco team, might I add, as it did not go the way of the Chieftains. When it was all said and done, they lose it 70-42. And we welcome Dennis Drennan back into the booth here. Denny, talking about this last game out for this boys squad at Spring Hill. They ended the first quarter. They were down 19-8. It was a quick 6-0 run that forced the early timeout for Coach Simmons. It was not looking good Then it was a 22-13 second quarter that kind of put the Chieftains right back into things. They took a very brief lead by 1 point in the third quarter, but then eventually they were outscored 38-12 in that second half by Spring Hill. And you just kind of saw the team, they were really like, all right, let's just go into holiday break. Let's try to reset here. I was just mentioning like New Year's resolution, trying to hit the reset button. You got the Cardinals coming in tonight, also 1-4. They're going to be looking to do the same. So you got a matchup of two teams that usually when they play pretty competitive against one another, and both teams that are definitely struggling this season, looking for a win in the worst desperate ways possible.
Well, should be a competitive matchup.
No doubt about it. You're going to be two teams fighting hard to try to get that win. We'll see. We'll see what happens with this one here tonight for the Cardinals. Their lone win coming back against, it looks like they were at that tournament at Rock Creek High School. They got a win there. But outside of that, have not had wins in any of the rest of their matchups. So they're going to be looking to come into tonight, try to pick up this win against the Chieftains. As for Tongi, right now I think, hey, you're looking at the upcoming schedule. It does not get easier. We talked about Baldwin, always a contender in 4A. You got Ottawa, was in the Final Four in the state tournament last year in 4A. So you got to try to find a way to get on the board here tonight. I think if you get a win here, you can go into next week. Whatever happens, happens. But if you can get a win here tonight, at least you can say, all right, we got kind of the monkey off our back. We're back in the win column. Got to win in Frontier League play. Let's see where the rest of this train can take us.
Well, and you got to try and defend the home court here, too.
Always got to try to defend the home court. No doubt about it. Just some quick player spotlights that presented by Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. Always for the Chieftains. You always got to keep an eye on Lachlan McRae. Usually, however he's going, that's how the team is going. He had a big one against Spring Hill, close to 20 points he had in that one. Outside of that, did not really get a whole lot of help from the rest of his team. He's going to be looking for that tonight. And as for Eudora, I mean, it's a lot of newcomers on this team, but you're going to be hearing Cash Schneider's name a lot tonight. Cash coming in the leading scorer for the Cardinals, or second leading scorer at 18 points. Cy Thomas, the leading scorer, with 20. And really, it's those two, that dynamic duo for Eudora, that if they go off, they have a great game. If you limit those two, or if you just limit one of them, Eudora has a really hard time trying to pick up that slack. So definitely attention is going to be against Cy Thomas, number one. And like we mentioned, Cash Schneider, he's going to be a point of emphasis tonight as well, number 24 for Eudora tonight for Cash. So we'll see if the Chieftains can find a way to slow those two down. Give the Chieftains a chance to try to come in and win this one here tonight. Wrapping up once again the SNS Body pregame show. Starting lineups and opening tip coming up next.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West Campus or go to tongirec.org.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
Family owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a fifth-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website msa.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Getting ready to meet the starting 5 for the Chieftains, presented by Crookham Construction. Find more information at crookhamconstruction.com.
Number 2, a 5'7" sophomore, Luke McCray. Number 15, a 6'2" senior, Nolan McGuire. Number 23, a 5'10" senior, Lachlan McCray. And number 35, a 6'4" junior, Owen Seba. Head coach for the Chieftains, Casey Simmons. Officials for the
A slight change. New year, new starting 5 for the Chieftains. Out is Kipton Harder, and in is Luke McCray. He joins his brother Lachlan, along with Luke Brewer, Nolan McGuire, and Owen Seba. Round out the starting 5 for Coach Casey Simmons. Second year at the helm here at Tongi High School. Up against head coach Tyler Cleveland, longtime assistant, taking over second year for him. The boys squad. Side Thomas, Osborne, Duncan, Schneider, and Cage Craybill. The starting 5 for Eudora. As we meet in the middle, opening tip goes away to the Cardinals, and we are underway in this one. Both teams 1-4, looking for their second win of the season. Here is Thomas, going to drive left, spotted away by Brewer, using that long reach of his to get around and knock that one out. It will stay at this end, but an early highlight-worthy play for Luke Brewer, first-year varsity starter here for Coach Simmons. We mentioned Thomas, we mentioned Schneider, the two in our Brothers Market player spotlight. They're going to be the main producers tonight, or look to be the main producers tonight for the Eudora Cardinals. Thomas averaging 20 a game, Schneider 18 a game. Here is Schneider, he's going to drive baseline on Luke McCray, driving a kick out to Thomas, and the shot clock expired. And a nice defensive stand to start this one for the Chieftains.
Yeah, no question about it.
Now, officially, it's the second year of the shot clock in Kansas high school basketball, and thank goodness it's finally implemented. It has made such a difference to me. There's a turnover now for the Chieftains. They get the stop on defense, but then they turn around and give it right back to Eudora.
Down a turnover.
Schneider drives. Luke McCray goes down to the floor, and a pull-up is good for Cash.
Schneider for 2.
That is how the scoring gets started in this one. McGuire bobbled, still looking for a handle. Now hands to Lachlan McRae. Rocking the pink sneakers tonight. Hard to miss him out there. Lachlan, pull up at the line. Too strong. And a long rebound. Eventually will be tracked by Osborne. A lot of these Eudora guys probably going to sound familiar for you Tongi fans. Many of them former football players that we saw this past fall. Cy Thomas pull up 3, no good. Rebound still fought for. Osborne able to take it.
Back-to-back offensive rebounds.
Third time will be the charm as Osborne is going to lay it in and a chance at a three-point play.
Basket good by Osborne.
First foul of the game to Seba. So here we go from the girls' game talking about the offensive rebounds. 11-3, the Cardinals out-rebounded the Lady Chieftains on the offensive boards, and now early here becoming a factor in this boys matchup as Osborne completes the three-point play. McGuire somehow wrapped that pass around, finds Lachlan. He buries it in that far corner. I don't know how Nolan saw him, let alone got that pass to him, but he did. But an open two on the other end as Cy Thomas gets the quick lay-in.
It's like the Lady Chieftains got beat on the drive so far. The boys are as well.
Another pass deflected underneath. It was knocked out by Duncan, and another lay-in on the other end for Cy Thomas. A quick 4 points for him. And Coach Simmons is going to go ahead and take a quick timeout. 9-3 run for Eudora to start this one. A quick 30-second break. We'll take it with them. You're watching Chieftain Basketball presented by Kansas Insurance.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance, local, independent, serving you.
So just to start, the Cardinals were open for. 9-3 run to start it. Chieftains in the home whites, Cardinals in the road. Hey, Cardinal? Red? Burgundy? I don't know what shade of red that is, I guess.
It looks like a burgundy to me.
It tends to be more burgundy. I mean, they've always been that darker color. I always saw Cardinal red, a little brighter red, but they've always leaned the burgundy route. Still good looking nonetheless. The white and navy blue accents. Straightaway three is good. A second of the game for Lachlan McRae. Chieftains needed that one big time.
He splashed that.
All six belonging to Lachlan. Now the defense going to look for a stop. Cage Craybill is fouled. He was able to get by, shake loose of Nolan McGuire, and Cage Craybill is going to go to a line for two.
McGuire is first. Crable with the line.
Big Cage Craybill, the 6'1 senior and anchor of that Eudora offensive line this past fall. Eudora Cardinals, the #1 overall seed in Class 4A, made it all the way to the sectional round before bowing out to Bishop Miege. Knocked out of bounds, still be Chieftain basketball. Defense switching out. Osborne on McRae. He still takes the three. Can't knock it down. And a long rebound will be taken by Keelan Duncan, who passes it up ahead to Osborne. Stops, stripped. Nolan McGuire able to knock it loose. Lachlan McRae collects, bringing it up the floor is Lachlan. Trying to find Luke Brewer, and it's a little too helter-skelter. I think the Chiefs just a little too fast there, won't you say?
A little out of control.
Number 3 Hurtig into the game for Eudora.
Another three. And the first of the game could be many for Cass Schneider. Now Seba spins off Osborne, but took that extra step. That's a travel. Already the 4th turnover of this game for the Chieftains. Coach Simmons trying to argue with the official on the near side against that call, but not going to be changed right now. And all the momentum on the side of Eudora, who could take a 10-point lead on this possession. Lob it. Osborne snatches it out of the air, trying to pass it out. Now Craybill dives on the floor. Good hustle from Craybill. Keeps the ball in control of Eudora, now under 15 on the shot clock. Thomas is fouled.
Must be on Lachlan.
It's on, well, give that on Luke McCray.
Oh, Luke.
As Kipton Harder is going to check in. Luke McCray will head out.
The foul is on number 2, McCray.
I was with you. I thought Lachlan was going to be the call, but they give it to Luke instead. Osborne lays it in. Now a 9-point lead for Eudora.
Osborne for 2.
Too easy.
And it's a violation against the Chieftains as Lachlan was swarmed by Cy Thomas. And it's going to be against Brewer, an illegal screen as he was trying to free up Lachlan to bring it across the timeline. And right, I mean, this is about a nightmare as a start as you can ask for the Chieftains.
Yeah, it is.
Everything coming up the way of the Cardinals so far. Craybill trying to thread the needle, but he can't. Trying to pass it to the cutting man underneath Herdig. Now Seba back the other way, lays it in for 2.
Seba for 2.
Nice transition bucket there for Seba.
A young man continuing to show some confidence in himself as the season goes along. The 6'4" junior getting his first taste of varsity basketball. Another bucket goes for Thomas. Nice pull-up. That's 6 tonight for him. And back to a 9-point lead. McGuire's going to step into this 3 and knock it down on the feed from Lachlan McCray. Chieftain offense starting to fire on cylinders now, having within 6. Looking for a stop now. Schneider feeds it to Osborne, back it down on Seba. Nice move. Osborne able to finish.
Osborne for 2.
Chieftains trying to keep pace. Lachlan can't go on the deep 3. Would have been his 3rd from downtown tonight. Osborne pull up just beyond the left elbow, and the ball rattled around, saved by Kipton Harder, fresh into the game. Now Lachlan bringing it across the timeline, 3-on-2. He's going to split all 3 defenders, but can't finish the lay-in. Coach Simmons gives him a nice round of applause on the effort. Thomas, baseline drive, passes it off. Probably could have taken it himself, but instead hands to Hardig. And Hardig is fouled and a chance to earn him at the line.
Fouls on Seba, his 2nd.
Second foul of the game for Owen Seba.
Correction, fouls on McCray.
No, they give it to McCray, okay. So first of the game for Lachlan. No second foul yet for Owen Seba. So here's Hunter Herdig, the 6'3" freshman at the free throw line as he knocks down the first shot.
10 Dunback and 23 Otis in the game for Eudora.
Worth mentioning too for Herdig, this is his first moments of varsity time this season. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Maslak drives, and he traveled. And right now, it has just been feast or famine on that offensive end for the Chieftains, down 10. Cardinals are in the bonus. Cardinals have not committed a foul either. Five fouls, 1 apiece on Luke McRae, Lachlan McRae, McGuire, Brewer, and Seba. Running back to Schneider, nearly went out of bounds with it. Crosses the court, over to his man. Otis knocked loose, and Maslak able to collect for the time being.
Tonganoxie was in a zone that trip. Let's see if they stay in it.
Down low to McGuire, trying to go to work in the post, a kick out, another three for Lachlan. Can't find his third of the quarter. Maslak fighting hard for the rebound. Brewer can't track it down, and it will be Cardinal basketball. Osborne immediately turned it towards the official, thought he was fouled, as Bodie was able to wrestle that ball loose. About 4-second difference between shot clock and game clock, as Brunnan will be the one to bring it across the floor for the Cardinals. An explosive 21-point first quarter. Chieftains still around in that zone. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to find Schneider in the corner, deflected out of bounds by Lachlan. And with 3 seconds on the shot clock, don't have a lot of time here for Eudora. The inbound's basically going to come in that far corner. Brandon tracks the ball out of the bleachers. And official will hand it right back to him. Chieftain defense trying to hold the fort here. In the hands of Osborne, quickly back to Schneider. Got to put the three up. Rebound, and it's good on the putback. And the Chieftains there at the end, I think, just were caught napping. What just happened? Herdig able to collect underneath. He's got 4. It's a 12-point lead for the Cardinals, and a first quarter, don't forget, for the Chieftains. Trying to regroup and reset in the second quarter. 23-11, Cardinals with the lead. We'll be back with more Chieftain basketball after this.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com. Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehousetonganoxie.org.
Here we go. Chieftains with the ball to start this second quarter, and a pretty spirited talk, let's say, from Coach Simmons in between the quarter break there. Dylan McGuire able to bounce off some contact, put it in for 2. He's got 5. Brings it back to a 10-point contest. That last shot there, it was, we mentioned the shot clock was expiring, but the game clock still had a few seconds left, so the Chieftains just let the rebound go, thought the quarter was over. Herdig was able to collect and put it back in for a quick 2, but now the Chieftains, look at this, a quick little 5-0 run. That big 3 there for Owen Seba. Maybe that spirited conversation for Coach Simmons, maybe that's the spark that they needed. I don't know. Let's see. Otis going to try to let a 3 fly. Won't go. Chieftains on the run again. McGuire, shimmy, passes.
Traveled.
And he traveled, yep. A battle of 2 teams, both 1-4. Haven't had a win in a Frontier League matchup yet this season. Desperate to pick up markers in both of those here tonight. right now in favor of the Cardinals. So the Chieftains have the momentum here in the second. A quick 5-0 run. Osborne on a far corner three. Too long. Rebound taken by Luke McCray. He peels it back over near side and hands back to Nolan McGuire just past the timeline. Lachlan double teamed. Now Nolan with the three. It's good!
McGuire for three.
And a 8-0 run for the Chieftains. And you can kind of see him on that bench saying, don't get too excited yet. There's still plenty of work to do, but definitely some signs of life being shown here as we take another look at this Nolan McGuire three. It's swirled in there. And a 30-second timeout. We will go ahead and keep it here. Chieftains trying to get themselves back into this ball game. They already have from being down 12 to now you're just down 4. Definitely better signs of improvement. Chieftains basketball tonight presented in part by the Tonganoxie Public Library. Why pay for downloadable audiobooks when you can stream them for free with a Tonganoxie Library card? Download the Libby app or visit the library's website to learn more. Also by Wizard of Paws, Tonganoxie's family-owned pet grooming salon with a combined 48 years of experience. Schedule your pet's appointment today at wizardofpawstongi.com. Game on once again here. Chieftains have closed the gap, getting themselves right back into this contest. Trying to shake off that holiday break rust, perhaps, from that first quarter. There's a lob near the bucket. It's taken in the air, and the putback is good for Cass Schneider.
That's a nice athletic play by Schneider.
Now a miss on the other end. Eudora fast and furious up the floor. Thomas, ball's in his hands. He's guarded by Brewer. Backs out. Gonna attack to the left. Little fadeaway for Cy Thomas. Doesn't go. Ball batted around. It's Brunnan that eventually ends up with it. Extra pass from Schneider. He finds Otis, who knocks down the three.
Otis for three.
Another offensive rebound for the Cardinals.
And it leads to 3 points. It puts their lead back to 9. Brewer, long two, won't go. Just off for the big fella. Schneider in the near corner. Can't go back-to-back are the Cardinals, and McGuire rips that ball away from Osborne. Avoids the potential jump ball. The possession arrow is in favor of Eudora, but a deflection here. Turnover number 8 in the game for the Chieftains. And a whistle will come in, a push. They will get on McGuire, I believe, as he was getting contact on Cass Schneider. So for McGuire, that's foul number 2, as both teams will make a pair of substitutions. So for the Chieftains, you got both McRae's, Seba, Harder, and Maslak out on the floor. Thomas inbound finds Craybill, one of the substitutions just made for Coach Cleveland. He's going to drive in, and he hesitates, and just enough for Seba to catch up, maybe deflect that last shot, but it still is going to go out of bounds and stay at this end nonetheless. I'm not sure what the hesitation was there for Craybill, but it gave Seba enough time to kind of catch up to it, but not able to bring the board in afterwards. Leads to another chance here for Eudora. That was the story of our first game where the Cardinals won by 11. Playing a factor still in favor of Eudora here in this one. Thomas with a nifty move and a bank in.
Thomas for 2.
He's got 8. You ever put one of those out of your repertoire, did he?
Yeah, I never did.
Seba on the drive in, some contact. It's on the floor, and it's against Eudora. Man underneath taking the contact with Schneider, but he will pick up the foul. And that, I believe, is the first foul committed by a Cardinal tonight. It comes at the 4:21 mark of the second. Lachlan on the inbound. Chieftains back down 11. For 3, Lachlan, no good. Long board will go out of bounds. Noble will watch it go. That will be Cardinal basketball. Well, the Chieftains opened this quarter with an 8-0 run, and the Cardinals have since entered with a 7-0 run. Been that kind of ball game. It's Thomas! Getting close to flushing it. Lays it in there at the end. He's leading all scorers now with 10 points. And a takeaway. Back the other way. Duncan. And a timeout going to be taken here by Tongi. And just when the Chieftains were starting to make some headway, get themselves back into this ball game, the Cardinals say not today. Led by Cy Thomas with 10. That last layup by Keelan Duncan. We'll be back with more out of this full timeout.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
This has been a game of runs for sure. Cardinals closed out the first quarter with the lead 23-11. Chieftains had an 8-0 run to bring themselves within 4. But now all of a sudden an 11-0 run, topped here by the Cardinals, has them back up big. And another takeaway for Thomas, but Lachlan says, give me that right back. 5 turnovers for the Cardinals, 9 for the Chieftains. As Lachlan is just in trouble, he finds it to Brewer. Foul is going to be on the floor. Say somebody over there that was swarming Lachlan, I believe, is going to get the foul, and it will be Keelan Duncan for his first. And a travel. And the Chieftain offense, turnover number 10. They just cannot find their footing in this one.
Yeah, they're really having a tough time getting out of their own way. That looked like a travel.
Got away with it. Knocked out of bounds. It'll still stay at this end. That makeshift student section over there, they were right on top of it, calling for the travel, but didn't get it. More substitutions being made as Luke and Bodie and Kipton, all 3, will check out of the game for the Chieftains. Thomas, step back on McGuire, rifles it across, intercepted by Seba. Telegraphing that pass easily. Now Reichman hands to Brewer, now back to Lachlan. And another telegraph pass underneath. He's trying to go back to Seba. Be very curious to see the points off turnover margins in our halftime stats.
Yep.
Closing in on the final 2 minutes. Thomas, deep 3, knocks it down. Takes a side eye over at that Chieftain student section on his way back down the floor. A 13-point first half for Cy Thomas. Meanwhile, Seba fouled on the drive-in. He'll go to the line for 2. First foul of the game on Cage Graybill. And the first trip to the line for the Chieftains. Owen Seba takes his time. First one in the air and good.
Osberg, Purdue, and Lewis into the game. Eudora.
And that made free throw. That finally ends a 14-0 run.
Wow.
That the Cardinals were on, holding the Chieftains scoreless. So they haven't made a field goal in that stretch, but at least 2 free throws here for Owen Seba. He's now got 7 in this first half. Deflected. And they will say Eudora basketball as they are inbounding right in front of that Chieftain bench.
Got a foul. Somebody.
Oh, do we? We do, yes. That's on McGuire. That's his 3rd.
Luke McRae in the game for the Chieftains.
Inside and off the glass and good for Lewis. Seba, floater, too strong, but he's fouled by Lewis. Came into him with the body. Official very emphatic on that foul call.
Sounds like Lewis is first. Seba's line.
Barely wanted to get the point across to Lewis that you came in with the body.
Yeah.
I don't know. Quickly right back to the line, Owen Seba. Now 3 for 3 at the charity stripe tonight.
15 Gonzalez into the game. And 10 Dunback into the game for the Cardinals.
Trying to go 4 for 4, and he's just short. Goes in the final few possessions of this first half. Osborne up top trying to shake loose of Seba. Pull up, long 2, no good, and a rebound by Luke McRae, who hands to his brother Lachlan. Up the floor to Owen Seba. Now he'll drive into Osborne, deflected, out of bounds, and it's Eudora basketball. A lot happening very quickly in that sequence. And with 61 seconds to go, with the lead and with the basketball, see what Eudora will want to come up with on this possession. Running back to Osborne again, lost it, had it, poked away again, still controls. Screen set by Lewis, run in at the elbow, passes back out to Gonzalez, first time in the game for him tonight. Trying to drive in on McRae. Nothing happening. 5 on the shot clock, 3 on the way, and it's a wedgie.
That's a jump ball.
It is, yeah, it is. It is. Osborne trying to play the cheeky play, knock it out, try to put it back in. Well, there's your New Year wedgie, Denny.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Always talk. We've seen quite a lot of crazy things happen on this hardwood
Yes, we
floor.
have.
Not too often we see a wedgie. We get one here. The very first broadcast of 2026, we get a wedgie. See again, 3 seconds on the shot clock. And a miss. Brewer had the board and taken away by Lewis. Possession arrow. It's in favor of the Chieftains. It was off for a second. Looking over at the scores table, and none of the arrows were illuminated. It was kind of a mystery who's got it. Luckily in favor of the Chieftains. A chance to end this first half on an exclamation point, perhaps, for the Chieftains. They need it. Down 17. Harder for the big shot. Won't go. And a rebound underneath by Lewis. Cleared out to Osborne. Good if it goes. It does not. Hard clink on the iron, but does not go in. And the Cardinals put up 39 in the first half. Chieftains will trail big. 39-22. We'll try to break down this first half and more coming up in the White Birch Property Halftime Show when we return.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to SNS Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. SNS has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and insurance companies to ensure a smooth transition. They offer cutting-edge technological therapy treatments like focused shock waves and deep tissue laser therapy for more precise care to acute and chronic injuries. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Visit ptsolutionsks.com for more information.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Shop.
Here we go. White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drenna. I grabbed your headset by accident. That hadn't happened. Has that ever happened to us? I don't think it's ever happened to us. Nonetheless, break down this first half and more here as we give to you some point totals real quick. First for the Chieftains, you only got 3 scorers right now. Nolan McGuire with 8, Lachlan McRae with 6, and Owen Seba with 8. That is all the scoring for the Chieftains. Shooting 41, just a little over 41% from the field, 45.5% from downtown, and 75% from the free throw line. As for the Cardinals, you got Cy Thomas leading all scorers with 13 points. Herdig with 4, Osborne with 7, 2 for Keelan Duncan, 3 for Otis, 7 for Cash Schneider, 1 for Craybill, 2 for Lewis. Cardinals shot 51.6% from the field, 30% from downtown, 80% from the free throw line. And there are probably a lot of stats that are jumping off that page. See, why don't you dive into them?
Like we talked about before the half was can't wait to see those points off turnovers. Well, Eudora has an 11-point lead based on that 16-5. And second chance points, get this, that's those offensive rebounds. 8 for Eudora, 0 for Tonganoxie. Points off the bench, 9 for Eudora, 0 for Tonganoxie. So those are the main ones that's going to have you behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, I mean you're looking at the shooting numbers for the Chieftains. I mean, not terrible. They definitely have had their moments on offense and stuff, but now I'm looking at 12 turnovers compared to 6 you've been able to take away from Eudora. So you're doubled up in the turnover margin there. You mentioned the points off turnover, 16-5 in favor of Eudora. I mean, that's really probably the big difference in this game now, and the offensive rebounding too.
Yeah, the offensive rebounding, the percentage is 53.3% for Eudora. That means every other shot they take, they get an offensive rebound and a second chance. Tonganoxie, 0. That's the story of the first half.
There's a silver lining, a good news to all this for the Chieftains, that these things that are going wrong for them, they can fix them, they can correct them, and they can probably get themselves right back into this ball game, especially from that second quarter on. This was really a game of runs. The Chieftains went on an 8-0 run, which was then answered by a 14-0 run by the Cardinals, trading off buckets there towards the end, and that's what has Eudora at this 39-22 lead right now at halftime.
The last big discrepancy of points in the paint, Eudora has 14, Tonganoxie has 4.
Yeah, that's something to keep an eye on as this game goes along. Again, everything that is, they can try to work on it, they can fix them, they can correct them. For the Chiefs, it's just a matter of will they. This is definitely a team that And, I think the season kind of shows it too, where really they come out in the first half, and then second halves usually are a little less productive as far as points and all that. They're going to have to try to find a way to break that seal tonight and
no
come
question.
through that.
They've got themselves in a 17-point hole right now.
Yeah, like we already talked about the schedule. You're looking ahead. You got Baldwin here on Tuesday, at Ottawa on Friday. I mean, you're pretty much playing probably two teams that more than likely are going to be in Salina come around this March for the state tournament. And one of those being at home and the other being on the road. So if you can try to find a way to come from behind and get this win here tonight, that can really project you and make your confidence go up and feel good. But man, if we get another half like we did just this time around, if Eudora routs you, man, this is going to look very bleak, at least in the near future for this season. So a very important 16 minutes of basketball coming up for this Chieftains squad right now. We'll see how they can answer, try to regroup, recover, make this comeback in this second half. We will wait and see. You've been watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. Second half inbounds is coming up next.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVP.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West Campus, or go to tongirec.org.
Family owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a fifth-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities and space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar, Salon, and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Definitely, both teams coming out of the locker room. You can tell Eudora pretty high, energetic. You can tell for Tongi looking one of two things: either very laser focused, locked in, or a team that really just doesn't want to be here right now. We'll see what we get over the next 16 minutes. It starts with Osborne underneath. More points in the paint for Eudora. 9 points tonight for Osborne, and the Chieftains answer right on the other end. Luke Brewer on the feed from Lachlan McRae.
Chieftains need a lot more of that. I don't know how he did that without walking, but he did, I guess.
Yeah.
Basket was good by Thomas. Luke was on. Foul was on.
They mentioned for Cy Thomas in our player spotlight that he was one you had to keep an eye on, averaging 20 a game. He's now got 15. He misses that free throw. Osborne on the rebound. His putback no good. And Seba gets the rebound for the Chieftains. Now McGuire for three. It's good on the far end.
McGuire for three.
Both teams trading buckets here.
Foul was on Seba, his second. Osborne at the line shooting 2.
So second foul on Seba. Right back to the line is Osborne. 2 free throws for him this time around, and he knocks down the first. And an and one free throw. The very first trip in this game where he was able to knock it down. Knocks down the second as well. Osborne turning in quite a performance tonight. Meanwhile, at the other end, Duncan laying out on the floor, takes that one away from Nolan McGuire. Another turnover here for the Chieftains. Had 12 in that first half and continuing here into the second half. Thomas, baseline drive. Extra pass from Schneider to Duncan. Gives to Osborne. That's pretty ball movement, but a great block from behind by Owen Seba. Now Lachlan with the head of steam, trying to kiss it off the glass. What a sequence for the Chieftains.
Yeah, that's a nice drive by Lachlan there. They needed that bad.
There's the block there by Seba. Lachlan takes it, doesn't even look back, all the way up the floor. Knows the contact's coming. High kiss off the glass. That's a beauty there. Is that the spark here for this Chieftain team?
Let's hope. No basket.
Lane violation.
Yep.
Nice feed. Craybill wide open underneath.
Crable for 2.
Cardinals knocking on the door of a 20-point lead. Deflected. They get the stop. And now a foul going to be handed to Nolan McGuire. And that's his fourth, so he's going to be out pretty much for the rest of the third quarter, probably. I don't know.
Well, you're down by 22.
Harder into the game, and Tad Reisman into the game for the Chieftains.
Oh, 18.
Hey, only one of us can be bad at math on this crew, okay? That's me. Thomas going right by Mazlak. Can't finish the lay-in. Osborne maybe was looking for an alley-oop. Meanwhile, Lachlan with the head of steam going to go right at Cash Schneider and draws the foul. 2 more free throws on the way for Lachlan McRae. Second foul for Schneider. So you tell Lachlan's trying to give everything he has to help will his team back into this game. So very much like we saw in the girls' game, is free throws in the second half are going to be a big key.
Yeah.
Anytime you get a chance to go to the charity stripe, you have to knock them down. The Lady Chieftains weren't able to do that. End up losing the game by 11. See what the boys can do with that here tonight. Lachlan, good trip there, 2 for 2. He's got 10. Right down the lane. Osborne leaves it short. Looking around for a foul, but not going to get it.
Yeah, he used his right hand when he should have used his left.
Lachlan wanted to take that three and said, well, pass to Harder, who's short. That trail defense from behind by Osborne, I think, made Lachlan think otherwise. It would have been a clean block if he would have let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Now he pokes this one away from Schneider, but he gets him with the body and a foul. Now Eudora, in fact, was going to call for a timeout here. Yeah, things are getting a little physical, a little chippy out there, definitely. Yeah. We'll see how that will continue to play out as this one will continue to go on. 30-second timeout taken by Eudora, so they'll be left with 3 remaining in the ball game, just like the Chieftains will be. Chieftains Athletics tonight presented in part by Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Whether you want to take classes in high school or after graduation, KCKCC is in your backyard. Check out how college can help you today at kckcc.edu. Also by Grounded Coffee House, serving great coffee with an even greater cause. Follow them on Facebook and check out their website, groundedcoffeehouse.Tonganoxie.org, to learn how you can help make a difference and to support. Tensions continuing to escalate out there on the floor. Mentioned this is a bit of a rivalry matchup. It has been for the past many years now, as these teams have continued to be members of the Frontier League. Cardinals in control, 47-31. Look out. Cheerleaders, student section. I don't know who that was intended for, but
he airmailed that.
Definitely not someone within the balance of play. Honest mistake, no harm, no foul. Chieftain basketball. Harder will inbound in that far corner down near the end of the Cardinal bench. He's got to lob it in. He finds Lachlan. Justice the face guard, and we'll bring it across the timeline. Maslak able to save that, finds it back over to Lachlan. Pending double team, tracing back over to him. Extra attention being given to Lachlan, as you can tell. Gets it, takes the 3, might have been partially deflected. And it was saved, but right into the hands of Schneider. It was a good effort by Jack Reichman. Now come the Cardinals back the other way. Cash Schneider for the 3, won't go. Lachlan on the rebound, up ahead, he finds Bodie Maslak, Harder on the near side. Bodie passes it to him late, saves it from going on the baseline to Kipton Harder. Now Reichman, Lachlan, 3, yes! Exhale, deep
yes. Boy, did they need that. Chieftains with another turnover.
Lachlan again trying to do it himself,
yes.
Just long.
A little bit out of control.
I mean, I know what he was trying to do, but
looked like he was trying to alley-oop him.
Definitely trying to lob it to Osborne to catch and lay it in, possibly slam it, but Keelan Duncan just a little off target there.
Noble and Otis into the game from Eudora.
Chieftains trying to continue to battle back, get themselves back into this one. It seems like everything that's been going on this quarter, hey, at least they've been able to kind of find a way to slow down that Cardinal offense. So if you're able to string together some more points,
yeah,
things could be going in your favor. A 3 can bring it back to a 10-point game.
Yeah, that'd be the goal in this third quarter, to end this third quarter, is to get it under 10.
Now Thomas one-on-one on Lachlan. He kicks it out to his brother Luke, can't knock it down. And the ball's out of the hands, a foul. Noble had the rebound. It was knocked out of his hands as he was fouled by Reichman.
Yeah, next foul by the Chieftains will put Eudora in the bonus.
That will be, I think.
Oh, that is it, yep.
Siva Brewer into the game.
15th foul this quarter, so free throws for the Cardinals rest of the way out here in the third.
Noble at the line.
been a couple of years now since this change was made of resetting the team fouls at each quarter. You still like the change?
I think
they
so.
Did that? I do too. It's good. So definitely there were moments and there were games where someone would meet the 7 foul limit like halfway through the first quarter, and then there was bonus free throws the rest of the way. Kind of slowed things down a little bit. Definitely been some good changes between that and the shot clock being implemented. I think it's helped high school basketball. 3 on the far side. Luke McCray rattles in and out. Brewer able to get the rebound. Luke with the right hand doesn't go. Another rebound cleared out by Noble. Thomas and Lachlan colliding with one another, trying to go for that ball. Incidental contact, nothing intentional.
Fouls on McCray. His third.
Third foul on Lachlan as Thomas took quite a tumble.
Lachlan pleading his case that he had the ball.
So side Thomas right to the line, knocks down first free throw. Two for two. And count the bucket for Brewer.
Basket's good by Brewer.
Nice feed. Harder. Got her as man. A little bit of a mismatch. Big chance for a three-point play here.
Knock it down, big guy.
Can't do it. Cardinals still a 15-point lead, about 2.5 to go in the third quarter. Swinging it around the horn. No shots put up yet. Now it will be Otis, 3, straight bounce, doesn't go, fought for underneath, taken away from Brewer. Now he gets the board. Now last one taken away by Herdig. Now Lachlan coming up the floor. Extra pass, Seba can't finish on the lay-in. Wanting a foul from behind, not gonna get it. Thought he was pushed from behind by Noble. Thomas, 3 ball. Don't go. Baseline drive. Brewer knocked out of his hands. The foot on the baseline as he was coming down was Herdig. Now you have number 15, Gonzalez, checking back in for the Cardinals. Lachlan will inbound this one for the Chieftains. Feels like a third quarter that's been going on forever. Coming down to the final minute and a half. Almost taken away. Lachlan able to save it. Thomas collects, probably taking that back for an easy 2 on the other end. Driving a kick, Kipton Harder pulls the trigger, can't knock the 3 down. And Cy Thomas able to get the board from Luke McCray. Some contact again, no foul. Thomas, Chieftain crowd wants a walk, not gonna get it. Herdig's 3 won't go. You can definitely feel tensions rising in this gym. I don't know if it's just me.
No, it
Between the fans and the players and the coaches on the bench, it's getting hot in here.
Yep.
Cy Thomas going to like to slow things down. Now brings across the timeline. Scoots by Kipton Harder. Passes to Gonzalez on the far side. Catch and shoot 3 is good. First bucket of the night for Gonzalez. The guy seeing his first varsity minutes. And his first bucket of the night. And that'll cue a timeout taken on the floor. We will step aside and take it with them. You're watching Chieftain basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
40.6 seconds to go in this third quarter. 54-36. Cardinals with the lead. Both teams' first game out of the holiday break. Everybody across the state will be back in action starting this Tuesday, January 6th. And so we will see you guys next here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Home doubleheader against the Baldwin Bulldogs. As this will be a travel call, another turnover for the Chieftains, number 15 in the game.
He's not given the jump stop. You normally don't see that called as a travel, but coach was trying to emphasize that.
And the moans and the groans from the Chieftain fans here especially, they're starting to get louder and louder every single whistle that comes in. Thomas trying to shake around Mazlak, now under 10 in the third. Drives to the right, kicks to Schneider, extra pass on the way. Noble three off the top of the backboard. Mazlak, I don't think he got it off in time. Did he? Did he? Yes! It's good!
Well,
I'm glad
I captured that.
I didn't think he got it off, but he just did. And the bank is good. How about that? See if we can get one more look here. One more. Come on. One more. We'll pull it up on the other side. We'll take a break. We'll get a replay.
All right. Are you ready?
Hi. Do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Hi.
To the fourth quarter we go. Pandemonium here in the gymnasium. A half-court buzzer beater for Bodie Mazlak is good, and a takeaway by Keelan Duncan, and a lay-in on the other end for two, 56-39. Now the advantage for Eudora. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here.
Trying to shake off the holiday blues here.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think they're only getting...
Good Lord, there everybody's on the floor.
Lachlan, three on the way, comes up short. Now this one taken away by Schneider. He looks around for a foul, doesn't get it. Now Lachlan gonna drive in on Cage Craybill and count the bucket.
He's going against a big man right there.
Basket's good by McRae.
Not afraid either,
No.
going right at him.
Foul is on Crable, his second.
Second foul of the game on Cage Craybill. A total of 3 substitutions coming in right now for the Chieftains.
Carter, Maslak, and Reichman into the game for Tonganoxie.
Lachlan, outside of that lane violation free throw, which he didn't make, he's a perfect 4 for 4 at the free throw line tonight. Or those stops and buckets can help see the Chieftains get themselves back into this one here into the 4th.
Well, they got time if they start doing it now. They called him for. They called him a Lachlan on that.
Fouls on McRae.
Oh, that's a ticky-tack foul there.
Yeah, here's the problem. 'Cause now you got McGuire checking back in. He left early in the 3rd quarter with 4 fouls. Now you got Lachlan with 4 fouls. At this point in the game, for Coach Simmons, and I agree with it, there's really
You got to
no
leave
good.
him in, yeah.
You can't really take him out, exactly.
Nope. You just got to hope he's smart enough to stay in the game.
Osborne backing down on Seba, trying to go to work. Off the glass and good.
Take it to the hole.
Brewer over Craybill, yes! I think you and everybody else in the gym just said the same thing, didn't he? Take it, go, attack. Exactly what he did. Ends up 2 more points. Luke Brewer tonight with 6. Now Osborne again on Seba, able to avoid the swiping hand of Brewer, and another lay-in for Osborne, who's got 14 tonight. 15, excuse me.
You don't really haven't had an answer for him all night.
That is true. Another turnover here for the Chieftains, and we'll take a timeout. So both teams left with 2. As we got the final 6:11 to play in this one, as we take a look what we got coming up here in the near future on Tonganoxie Sports Live. 2 broadcasts for you next week here at home on Tuesday the 6th against the Baldwin Bulldogs, and then on the road on a week from now, this Friday at Ottawa, and then a pair of home games that week after Monday the 12th, home against Pleasant Ridge, and then the 16th, the second matchup of the season against the Spring Hill Broncos. You can check out the rest of the winter sports schedule at varsitysportslive.com. I want to thank each and every one of you that's been joining us along here tonight. And was telling you at lunch, did he, or dinner, whatever we have at 4 o'clock, but with the holidays and everything, I know it's Friday, but it kind of felt like Monday.
I know.
Like going back to work, but
yeah, the holidays kind of has everybody in a little bit.
It's a little bit. Craybill going to go right to the rack, just can't finish. Here come the Chieftains back the other way. Luke McCray, pull up, no good. Whistle will come in, and who could this be on? Against the Cardinals, and Gage Craybill again for his 3rd.
Well, the Chieftains need to take advantage of that.
Lachlan to Luke, to Brewer.
Go up!
Harder, denied by Osborne. Back the other way, come the Cardinals, and what a sequence there for Eudora. Into 2 points for Cash Schneider. First bucket tonight for Harder from downtown, much needed. And a foul at the other end will halt play at 5 minutes, 10 seconds.
Fouls on Harder, his first. Thomas at the line.
First one bounces in.
Number 3 Hurst into the game for Eudora.
Cardinals have now made 7 straight free throws. There we go. McRae, spin around, puts up the shot. It's good. Count the bucket, right? Yes, okay. Just waiting for the official confirmation in case there was a foul on the floor. Trying to cap off the M1 play, and he does.
Raslak and Reichman into the game.
And 19 points tonight for Lachlan McRae, putting together really solid back-to-back performances, point total-wise, between this game and then the last game before a break on December 16th at Spring Hill. Officials getting everything cleared up over at the scorers table. If the fouls continue to pile up at this rate, we are going to get to the point where there will be players probably fouling out. There definitely probably are going to be bonuses issued, as now they go and look over at the official keeper's book. The wonderful Chris Weller, heavily beloved Mr. Weller, the old shop teacher at Tonganoxie Middle School for the longest time. The whole entire scores table. Looking down, you got Coach Loomis, you got John Tollefson, beloved biology teacher, recently retired. Hope everything's going well for them. Mr. Weller as well. So many great teachers and faces here. Tongi High and the Tongi school system. Chieftains have it within 13. Haven't been able to get it much lower, as that one will stay at this end. They'll say off of Luke McRae, as Seba, Brewer, and McGuire, all three, getting ready to check back in for the Chieftains. Pretty much put the starting 5 unit back out on the floor.
Brewer, McGuire, and Seba into the game for the Chieftains.
The exception of Harder staying out on the floor in favor of Luke McRae. Thomas inbounds, just lobs it up to Cash Schneider. Schneider gets free, stops in the paint. 10 seconds on the shot clock as Thomas working it over to the right. Gonna try to knife into multiple defenders, still able to get the finish.
Thomas for 2.
And an even 20 points tonight for Cy Thomas.
Yeah, it looks like the Dark Knight's going to get a chance to get 2 more from the line.
His first. McRae at the line, shooting 2.
He has had 5 of the last 6 trips to the line for the Chieftains. In the middle was Luke Brewer on a missed and 1 opportunity.
He's perfect from the line tonight.
He is still there. So his only one that didn't count was that lane violation, and he still made the free throw.
Yep.
Just didn't count. Doggone it.
We jinxed him.
I'm going to give you the
I'll take that
nod on that. I've had my announcer's jinx tonight. You can take that one.
I will.
Taken away by Seba, now in the hands of Lachlan. Trying to slow things down, almost had it taken away. Getting the hand there was Stulitz.
What was that here?
That should put the Chieftains in the bonus. Got a technical foul of grabbing the jersey, and I have 31 as Nolan Stulitz off the rosters and programs they give us at the front door. So he picks up the technical foul here.
You said he grabbed the jersey?
Grabbed the jersey.
Oh, okay.
Reichman and Gonzalez into the game for Eudora.
The Chieftains need to take advantage of this technical foul.
Yeah, because
2 for 2 at the line.
Stops the clock, gets the 2, and you get the ball.
Right.
So a big bucket here, you get a 3, all of a sudden you're under 10. McRae just can't deliver. And it's out of bounds, and it stays at this end.
Yeah, that's a good call.
This one to Gonzalez.
His first.
The Chieftains are in the bonus, and
this is where you can make ground here if you can hit your free throws. Anytime you can score with the clock stopped.
McRae, Reichman, and Maslach in the game for the Chieftains.
the Chieftains finally have this game at 10. 65-55. Still some work to be done.
Oh, yeah.
Brewer, Seabaugh, and Dwyer in the game.
Just the second foul of the game on Reichman. That's going to be important to remember. You still got McGuire and McRae in foul trouble, 4 fouls apiece. Goes in on 3.5. Thomas ahead of steam. Foul by Harder. And that's the 4th team foul, so one more, and that'll put Eudora in the bonus. And you really think this fourth quarter's been dragging along now? You just wait until we got 2 teams in the bonus.
Yeah, no kidding.
In the lane, Schneider can't get the finish off the glass, landed hard, but taken away. Brewer had it taken away, and count the bucket. It's good for Hunter Herdig. Oh my goodness.
Insult to injury right there.
That really.
Brewer, his second. Herdig at the line, shooting 1 shot.
Second foul for Brewer, but that officially puts Eudora in the bonus, but man, that one hurts.
Mm-hmm.
8 points tonight for Herdig. Now another rebound taken. Schneider trying to give to Herdig, and he's pushed in from behind. Brewer again got to get the foul for. He's got 3. Picked up 2 in the span of about 6-7 seconds of game time, if even that. Jeff Schneider, they want to knock him down. My goodness.
Baseline violation.
Chieftains had some momentum going their way. Now this one nearly thrown away, is eventually thrown away. Gonzalez all over the McRae. Oh my goodness. I think 3 seconds of game time have gone by within the last minute of actual time.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's not a good ratio for us to finish this game out at a reasonable hour, Denny.
I hear you. Maybe late for my midnight snack.
Something. It's feeling like a Monday at the office slightly.
Yeah, it is.
A little bit. I think you can definitely tell the holiday factor with the break and all that. It definitely, I think, is playing a factor. In both our games that we've seen tonight, there's a little bit of rustiness, there's some sloppiness, there's some of those factors. They're definitely there. Lachlan McRae is going to start claiming residency at the free throw line tonight if he keeps this up.
McRae and Reichman into the game for the Chieftains.
That's now 5 straight trips for him. And he's had 6 of the last 7 trips. He might as well.
And he's been knocking them down.
He's been knocking them down. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Gonzalez 3, no good. Rebound collected by Kipton Harder. Now 3 minutes to go in this one. And it's taken away once again by Herdig. And Eudora is going to take one of their last timeouts. They'll have 1 remaining. It'll be a full timeout. I think everybody needs a timeout. We all need a breather here. We'll step aside. We'll take it. We'll be back with you more here on Tonganoxie Sports Live after this break.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Or can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
Cardinals with the ball, with the lead, 69-57. Chieftains have been battling hard, trying to come from behind and make this thing competitive.
His third.
As the fouls just continue to pile up here for everybody. I don't think now for the Chieftains, everyone that checked in has at least 2 or 3 fouls at bare minimum. Brewer, Harder with 3, McGuire with 4, Seba with 3, Luke McRae and Jack Reichman have 2, so I take that last comment back. As for the Cardinals, you got select players in some foul trouble, but really none of your key ones, Osborne, Thomas, none of those guys. Any kind of trouble with Vaccine early. Lachlan to McGuire, pulls the trigger, ducks it down. Back to a 10-point game. We got a timeout taken by Tongi, so both teams with just 1 timeout. The rest of the way, no more to be given.
Actually, full timeout.
Both in the bonus. Full timeout. We'll give our sponsors a little more love here. Be back with more after this.
Oh, shoot.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
You remember when Duck Dynasty was a big thing?
Yeah.
Back in the day? I always see that commercial from our sponsors at Hers Inc. and out there in Spring Hill, Kansas. somehow got the Duck Dynasty guys in on that. I don't know how, but kudos to them. So here we go, 2.5 to go, 70-60. Eudora had a lead nearly as large as 20. Now it's been whittled down to 10. That's a travel, and it gets called. Here we go. For Thomas, he's gotten pretty deep into his bag of tricks tonight. That one he just couldn't quite get away with. He's been pretty fun, pretty spectacular to watch, but one of his very few hiccups lead to an empty possession. Now, this is a big possession here for the Chieftains. Brewer wants it underneath. Seba trying to drive through, just has his pocket stripped. Keelan Duncan coming back the other way. Now he peels it out as the Cardinals are going to bleed the clock down to under 2 minutes. That was a 3-on-1 trap when you include that baseline on Thomas. As Lachlan trying to coach up his younger brother Luke. And Luke will pick up the foul for his third.
Thomas at the line shooting 2.
4 free throws here for Cy Thomas, who's putting the final touches on a 20-plus point performance, making now 21. Right there on his season average 20. Coming into tonight, Cash Schneider with 18 on average. He's got 13. McGuire taking a quick 3, can't knock it down. And for the Chieftains in this game, down to their final few gasps of breath. Gonna need some things to really get freaky here. Come out victorious. Duncan, extra pass, Herdig goes up, puts it in. 10 points tonight for Herdig. Some of his first real varsity minutes collected tonight. He's got double figures. 3 from McRae, no good. And just kind of looking around like now is going to be coming down to the final moments of this one. Duncan, pass to Brunnan. Duncan again, Herdig. Little wraparound, can't go. Gets his own rebound. Fresh 35 on the shot clock. And the Cardinals are literally running circles around the Chieftains right now, and it leads to 2 more points for Cy Thomas.
I mean, there's no sense fouling down 16.
Yeah, for Lachlan, that is his 5th, so he is officially fouled out. Gave it his all, 24 points tonight. Not too shabby for the Dark Knight, but not enough to overcome the 24 and counting, now 25 and counting, of Cy Thomas and the Eudora Cardinals. Chieftains trailed the entirety of this ball game. The closest they got was 4 back in the first minute of the second quarter. As now Cy Thomas will be checked out of the game. Both teams looking to kind of call off the dogs, if you will, get their starters out of the game. A quick 3 put up and good. Kipton Harder, his 2nd from downtown. Under 30 to go in the game. Another foul. And you can see Coach Simmons kind of telling out to his team to say, don't foul. Just let this game go. So the Cardinals pick up. In the battle of 1 and 4 teams, they pick up the win. They'll go 2 and 4, and they'll go to 1 and 1 in Frontier League play. Chieftains will now fall to 1 and 5, 0 and 3 in Frontier League play. And we talked about those games next week coming up. 4A powerhouse Baldwin, 4A powerhouse Ottawa. You get the Bulldogs at home. You got to go to Ottawa to take on the Cyclones a week from now, Friday night. Final seconds, Brewer with a 3, it's short. And the Eudora fans here letting Luke have an earful of it. And this game is going to come to an end. An 80 spot put up tonight by Eudora. Chieftains put up 63, not enough. And that will be your final score, 80-63. And the Cardinals come in to Chieftain Arena and they sweep the doubleheader tonight against the Tonganoxie Chieftains. As we will go right into the Brothers Market postgame show. You can check out the weekly app and specials in-store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com. Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. And, Denny, this is, stats will be coming whenever they come. And I can tell you, the points off turnovers and all that, pretty much every margin that we talked about from the first half stats, those just continued to get worse in the second half.
No question.
Working against the Chieftains. Didn't really do themselves many favors tonight, particularly with the turnovers. I mean, when you tally, they're probably close to 20, if not more. I kind of stopped counting after 15 once Saints kind of got really crazy there. But, this was still a game that, despite everything that was going wrong, there was a moment where they were within 4, forced Eudora to take a timeout, and it was like, okay, this is going to be the time. They're going to get themselves back into this game. And then it was that 14-0 run that answered right back. And I think from that point on, you really kind of saw from the body language and everything, it was just kind of like, man, this just isn't going to be our night. And, hey, buddy, that was the end of it. But taking a look here, we got the final stats just delivered to us. We mentioned Lachlan McRae. I would imagine probably going to be taking home the County Road Brewing Player of the Game honors if I would be a betting man. So, Lachlan McRae, 24 points tonight, 6 of 16 from the field, 3 of 5 from 2, 3 of 11 from downtown, 9 of 10 from the free throw line, however. That is a pretty impressive mark right there. 24 points for Lachlan, 3 rebounds, had 3 assists, and 1 blocked shot. He did end up fouling out of the game. Other point totals, you have Luke Brewer with 6, Kipton Hartner with 6, Noah McGuire with 16, Bodie Mazak with 3, and Owen Seba with 8. Leading all scorers in the game just by 3 points is 27 with Cy Thomas. 9 of 14 shooting from the field, 8 of 11 from 2, 1 of 3 from downtown, and 8 of 11 from the free throw line for Cy Thomas. Herdig with 8, Osborne with 15, Duncan with 4, Dunback and Noble with 2, Gonzalez with 3, Otis with 3, Cash Schneider with 11, under his average of 18 points per game, but still double figures nonetheless. Cage Craybill with 3, and Lewis with 2. So a much more spread out effort for the Cardinals compared to the Chieftains, only 5 in scoring figures tonight, where they had nearly double that, if not more, get playing minutes tonight. Cardinals shoot 48.3% from the field, 23.5% from downtown, and 80% from the free throw line, 20 of 25. The Chieftains go 41.3% from the field, 39.3% from downtown, 82.4%, 14 of 17 from the free throw line. Quickly, Denny, any of those numbers jump out to you?
Like you talked about, partner, they're the same as the first half. Total rebounds, Tonganoxie was out rebounded by 16. Points off turnovers, 25 to 14. Points in the paint, 14-4, and points off the bench, 20-9. So that's a recipe for a loss.
That's definitely was a game that the Chieftains did not do themselves a whole lot of favors as far as trying to help themselves, try to come away with a win tonight. That was for sure.
The only thing that kept it close was the three-point shooting.
And
the Chieftains, 33-12.
And the free throws, too. I mean, they made their free throws and definitely helped their cause there, too. They did outscore the Cardinals in the third quarter, 17-15. But outside of that, it was the Cardinals doing the rest. They score, I believe, a season-high 80 points tonight.
Yeah, they were on fire tonight.
Lit it up. So things, again, for the Chieftains, they drop now below the Cardinals. And we talked about these two were in the bottom 3 teams in 4A. Parsons was the only team that was worse. Now you got the Chieftains. They're going to be kind of trailing towards that final spot. And if the playoffs were to start today, if Tongi being in the bottom 2, they would not qualify for the postseason for the second time in 3 seasons, which, still plenty of season to play out, but
they're going to have now. Yeah, they're going to have to get it squared away, though, because they got some tough teams coming in here.
Yeah, and, you played Baldwin and you play Ottawa, and, we look back at the game last year against Baldwin. You were right there.
Yeah.
You were on the cusp of doing it, and then it was that weird, chaotic 4-point play for Cooper Carr that kind of solidified the Baldwin comeback. So you get them right back here at home. Who's to say you can't do it again? Especially, I know Cooper Carr's been banged up, so the Bulldogs have been a little short man. we'll see if Carr plays on Tuesday or not, but you got to turn around, get ready for them. You got to get ready for Ottawa on Friday. You know, that's the way this league and this sport runs sometimes.
Yeah, you got to be on your A game.
No doubt about it. So we'll see how both Chieftain teams respond on Tuesday against the Bulldogs. Both teams coming off double-digit losses tonight to the Eudora Cardinals. And that is going to wrap up our coverage here tonight. Not the way we wanted to start in 2026, but it's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. So we will see you guys again on Tuesday the 6th. Of course, the varsity doubleheader starts at 6 o'clock, followed by the boys game at 7:30. Girls will start at 6 o'clock. And that is when we will see you next year. Alongside Dennis Drennan and the rest of our entire outstanding crew here at Tonganoxie High School, I'm Dylan Funk saying so long. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you on Tuesday here on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.